classmates will have to guess which emoji your classmate is acting, is trying to imitate, and you have to send the emoji to the WhatsApp chat. Okay, let's see if it is clear. Okay, so please, Angie, Angie, what do we have to do in this activity? It says, do you think you're a helpful person? Why and why not? And the second one, do you know anyone who's very helpful? Have you helped you? Have they helped you? Sorry. Okay. You will have 2 minutes to answer these questions, and then you have to share some of your answers. Okay, some of you will have to share your answers. Okay, let me see if it is clear. So, Jimmy, please, can you tell us what do we have to do? Morning, Jimmy, are you there?
Eh, responder las preguntas en 2 minutos.
Yes, that's it. Okay, so you will have 2 minutes from now to answer to these 2 questions. Remember, the first one, do you think you're a helpful person? Why and why no? Let me see. Uh, helpful. Okay. Do you know the meaning of helpful? Someone who knows the meaning of helpful?
Útil.
I see. Can you repeat, Nicole, please? We
Útil.
can. Okay, una persona útil in this case. Yes, in this case, it's una persona que ayuda mucho, a helpful person. Okay. In this case, that will be the meaning. And the second one, the same. Do you have anyone? Do you know anyone who's very helpful? Have they helped you? Okay, guys. 1 more minute and we will see your answers. Do you think you're a helpful person? Why and why not?
Yes, teacher. Le respondo, ¿verdad?
Yes,
O
please.
la leo. ¿También la leo?
Just respond.
A ver. Yes, because when someone needs help, I give them my full support.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you.
Sí,
And
teacher.
now, thank you, Lisette. Now let's see the second question from Miguel, please. Help us with the second question. Do you know anyone who's very helpful? Have they helped you?
My family is very helpful. They always support me so that I can continue with my studies.
Okay, with your studies? Yes, thank you. That's a good example. Let's see. Now with the first question again, let's see. Bibi, please. Bibi, do you think you're a helpful person? Why or why not? Please, Bibi, tell us.
Yes,
Okay, why? Why do you think you are a helpful person? Bibi, your mic is off.
because
Okay.
because I like to help my family, my friends in my job.
Okay, that's a good answer too. Nice to know. And now let's see someone else with the second question. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Please, Annabelle, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Please help me with the second question. Do you know anyone who's very helpful? Have they helped you?
Yes, My family.
Okay, your family. Okay, thank you. Okay, guys. Yes, as some of your classmates says, they are helpful persons, and they know some people that also are very helpful, and they have helped them. Okay, so now we're going to pass to the next activity. Let me clear the screen. Okay, and we will pass. Okay, and here we have this photo, this picture, and we are going to guess in order to answer this question. What do you think Thumb is offering to do to help? Okay, this is Thumb, and what do you think Thumb is offering to do to help? So let's see. I'm going to give you 1 minute to think of this question in order to respond. Okay, what do you think Tom is offering to do to help? ¿Qué piensan que Tom está ofreciendo para hacer para ayudar? Is offering to do to help. Okay, I'm going to give you 1 minute to respond. Okay, let's wait a little bit and then we will see. Try to look at the
Tom shows his strength, and with that he intends to help.
okay, okay, that's it. Okay, he is offering to do something using his strength in this case, okay? Let's see one more answer and we will see what is happening, okay? Let's see who has participated. Saulo, please. What do you think Tom is offering to do to help?
Leave something.
Okay, yeah, maybe leave something. Yes, that's it. Okay, so now we are going to see the first part of a video in order to see what is going to happen, okay? So let me share again the screen and we will see. Okay, now we're going to see the first part of the video. Let me open up.
And these are the photos. You haven't seen the ones of our holiday, have you?
No, I haven't. Oh, wow, that's a great photo. That's the hotel you stayed in, isn't it?
Yes, and there's the beach. It was only a few meters from the hotel.
Wow, Becky, these are really good.
Thanks. I enjoyed taking them.
They're amazing. Actually, can I ask a big favour? You know I'm making a new website, don't you? Well, I need some photos of the shop for it. Do you think you could take them?
I'm not sure. I'm not a real photographer. It's just a hobby.
But I really love your pictures. Will you do it?
Well, if you're sure, I'd love to.
Great.
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Mark, Tom told me about your internet shopping mistake. You bought a child's desk instead of an adult one, didn't you?
It was an easy mistake to make. Could have happened to anyone. Anyway, it all turned out well in the end. Actually, I'm going to get the desk on Saturday.
Oh, do you need a hand? I'm sure Tom will help.
Oh, yeah. We need a bit of muscle.
It would be great if you could, wouldn't it, Mark?
Yeah, I was wondering how I was going to move it on my own.
Why not? But could I ask you a favour in return, Rachel?
Yes, of course. What?
Oh, I'll tell you later.
Okay, guys, I'm going to play the video again in order for you to pay attention again, because then we're going to answer some questions. Okay, but first we're going to read the statements of the next activity in order for you to be familiar with, and then we are going to watch the video again to answer the questions. Okay, so please, let me see. Please, Angie, please help me reading the first one. Let me see. This one.
La primera.
Yes.
Becky is showing Rachel photos of her holidays at house.
Okay, thank you. Now let's see the second one. Please, Juliet, help me reading this one.
Ask Becky to take photos for her website.
Okay, thank you, Juliet. Now let's see number 3. Please, Erika, please help us reading this statement.
Mark is going to pick up the desk on Saturday.
Okay, thank you. Let's see the final one. Please help me reading. Anita, please.
Becky suggests that Mark goes alone. Tom's help Mark.
Okay, let's see. And these statements, you have to circle or to underline in this case the correct word to complete the statement. Okay, so now that you know, we're going to watch the video again. Okay, so let me play the video.
And these are the photos. You haven't seen the ones of our holiday, have you?
No, I haven't. Oh, wow, that's a great photo. That's the hotel you stayed in, isn't it?
Yes, and there's the beach. It was only a few meters from the hotel.
Wow, Becky, these are really good.
Thanks. I enjoyed taking them.
They're amazing. Actually, can I ask a big favour? You know I'm making a new website, don't you? Well, I need some photos of the shop for it. Do you think you could take them?
I'm not sure. I'm not a real photographer. It's just a hobby.
But I really love your pictures. Will you do it?
Well, if you're sure, I'd love to.
Great.
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Mark, Tom told me about your internet shopping mistake. You bought a child's desk instead of an adult one, didn't you?
It was an easy mistake to make. Could have happened to anyone. Anyway, it all turned out well in the end. Actually, I'm going to get the desk on Saturday.
Oh, do you need a hand? I'm sure Tom will help.
Oh, yeah. We need a bit of muscle.
It would be great if you could, wouldn't it, Mark?
Yeah, I was wondering how I was going to move it on my own.
Why not? But could I ask you a favour in return, Rachel?
Yes, of course. What?
Oh, I'll tell you later.
Okay, guys, now I hope it's clear. So we're going to see the answers from you guys. So let's see. Becky is showing Rachel's photos of her holiday or house. Let's see, please, Jocelyn. Do you know the answer? Okay, holiday.
Hi, teacher. Sí, estoy. Lo siento. Ya le puso.
Yes, we already.
La
Okay, please
segunda.
help me with the second one. Yes.
Creo que es Her Website. Website. No sé qué más.
Website. Yeah, that's it.
Website.
Okay, thank you, Jocelyn. Now let's see the third one. Let me see, please. Stefano, please. Do you know the answer? Mark is going to buy or pick up the desk on Saturday?
The answer is pick up.
Okay, pick up. Yes, that's it. Thank you. And let's see the final one. Please, Luis, please. Becky suggests that Mark goes alone or Tom helps Mark.
Tom helps Mark.
Yes, that's it. That's the correct answer. Okay, thank you guys. So let me clear again the answers and we will pass to the next activity. Okay, we're going to listen to these two questions we have here and try to focus on these questions that are in bold. En estas preguntitas que están en negrita. And we're going to match with the correct statement, okay? So let's see.
Track 1.62. 1,
That's the hotel you stayed in, isn't it?
2,
You know I'm making a new website, don't you?
Okay, so what do you think? The first one, that's the hotel you stay in, isn't it? Is it a real question or is just a statement checking something you already think is true? Okay, what do you think? Let's see, maybe Catherine, please. Do you know the answer of the first one? What's
The number one is letter B, a real question.
Yes, that's it. Letter B. Let me write it here. Okay. Okay, letter B. And of course, the second one, you know I'm making a new website, don't you? This is a statement checking something you already think is true. So that's letter A. Okay, letter A. And now we're going uh, to see something a little bit more about these question tasks. Okay, tasks. So this was the part that we did on the book. Okay, so here we have the rules of how to use question tags. Okay, so now first we're going to read the statements to be familiar with, and then we're going to match these ones. Okay, but first we're going to read a statement by statement. Okay, so please help me reading the statement number 1.
Me, teacher.
Okay, please, Jimmy, help me.
We usually use a positive question tag.
Okay, thank you. Now let's see the second one. Please, Christian, help me reading this.
We usually use a negative question tag.
Okay, now let's see the third one. Please, Gabriela, please help me reading this one.
If there is an auxiliary verb, do, have, be, or main verb isn't be.
Okay, and let's see the final one. Please, Erika, help me reading this one. Please, Erika, are you there? So let's see. Please, Angie, please help me reading this one.
If there is no auxiliary verb or the main verb, it's be. Isn't be.
Isn't be. Okay. So these are there are 4 rules to think of when we are when using this question task. And now we are going to read the the second part of these rules in order to match. Okay, A, after a positive sentence, B, after a negative sentence, C, use do, don't in the question tag, and D, use the auxiliary verb in the question tag. Okay, so let's see. We're going to match these rules. So let me see. Okay, so we usually use a positive question tag, and this is with this one. Let me clear. After a negative sentence, okay, guys? Remember, we usually use a positive question tag after a negative sentence. Okay, so please help me reading again. Jocelyn, please. When do we usually use a positive question tag? Jocelyn, are you there?
Hi, teacher. Me perdí un poco.
Okay, I'm going
Lo siento.
to explain you, okay? Don't worry, just tell me, when do we use when do we use a positive question tag? Here you have the answer, just help me reading. Just help me reading statement B, please.
Josie, you don't need to match. You just have to read. The first one, we usually use with the answer would be letter B. Can you read the whole sentence? Solo hay que leer. Just read.
Yeah. We usually use a possible question tag after a negative sentence. Las dos.
¿Sí? Yes, that's it. That's it. Okay, so now we're going to see the next one. Thank you.
Sorry.
Don't worry. Okay, so let's see the statement, the rule number 2. We usually use a negative question tag. Okay, so this is the opposite to the first one. The first one, remember, we usually use a positive question tag after a negative sentence. And now we usually use a negative question tag, and the answer is after a positive sentence. Is the opposite to the first one, okay? Remember. So now please, Christian, help me reading the rule number 2. Are you there, Christian?
Yes. We usually use a negative question tag after a positive sentence.
Okay, thank you. Now let's see the next
Teacher Diego, just one thing. Do you have maybe an explanation for them about this topic later?
Yes.
Okay.
Then after this matching activity, then I will explain something with examples of this question tags. Okay, but
Pedirle disculpas porque me informan que me estaban nombrando, pero se me colgó la compu y ya no escuchaba nada. Disculpas, teacher.
Okay, no worries, okay.
Erika nos va a ayudar a leer despuesito, pero.
Okay, now let's see the next one. If there is an auxiliary verb like do, have, or the verb be, or the main verb isn't be, okay? So in here, the correct answer is letter D in this case, okay? If there is an auxiliary verb do, have, be, or the main verb isn't be, use the auxiliary verb in the question tag. Okay, please help me reading Now, Erika, please.
Mhm.
Help me reading this one.
If there is an auxiliary verb, do have be or main verb isn't be. Use the auxiliary verb in the question tag.
Okay, thank you. Let me write it here. D. And of course, the final one is letter C. Let me write it here. Letter C. If there is no auxiliary verb or the main verb isn't be, we need to use do, don't in the question tag. Okay, so please help me reading. Let me see. Please, Stephanie, please help me reading this one. The final one. Okay, so Miguel, please help me reading this one. Letter C.
Use do or don't in the question tag.
Okay, but help me reading the whole rule.
If there is no auxiliary,
If there is no auxiliary verb or the main verb isn't be.
And the next part.
Use do, don't in the question tag.
Okay, thank you. So let's see. These are the 4 rules we need to keep in mind when using these question tags. So now we are going to see some other explanation of these question tags for you to have a clear idea and practice with some examples, and then we will practice with some other exercises. Okay, so here we have the explanation. These question tags are short questions that we use to when we expect the listener to agree with our statement, okay, or with maybe with something that we are saying that we can say in a conversation. Okay, we need the listener, the other person, to agree with this. Okay, and here we have the first one. In the case when the statement is positive, we have to use a negative question tag. For example, here we have this statement. She's a doctor. That's the statement. And this is a positive statement because there is not negation, there is not negative words in this sentence. The sentence just says, she's a doctor, she's a doctor, okay? And we have to use, isn't she, okay? Isn't she? We need to place the negative, the negation not in this sentence to do the question tag, okay, the tag question. Okay, and we have, as you can see here, we have the abbreviation of is, she's. We have to use the same in the question tag. Isn't she? But remember that this is a positive, let me see, this is a positive sentence, so we have to use a negative question tag. And we have here another example. Please, Brian, please help me reading this example, the second one.
Yesterday, there was so much fun, wasn't it?
Okay, thank you. Let me see. So the statement is positive too. Yesterday was so much fun. That's the base statement. And the question tag, as I told you before, needs to go in a negative form. Okay, so we use the same verb to be, that in this case is was, that is in past tense, and we have to place it for the that question. Wasn't it? In this case, could be. Okay, wasn't it? Remember, guys, when you find the base statement that as a positive sentence or as a positive statement, you have to use the negation not. In this case, as you can see, not, isn't, here isn't, wasn't, that is not. Okay, and then we will see the opposite. If the statement is negative, we need to use a positive tag question. Okay, so let me clear this part, and we will see the next part. Okay, if the statement is negative, we use a positive question tag. Okay, please help me, Michelle, help me reading the first example. This one. Are you there, Michelle?
He is, here is he.
Okay, he isn't, remember, try to pronounce the negation. He isn't.
Here is he.
Okay, yes, that's it, thank you. He isn't here. Is he? As you can see in the base statement, we're using the negation not, isn't, in this case. And the verb to be is. He is, and we need to, to use the same verb to be in the tag question, but in a positive way. So we don't need to place not in this case. So is he, and you see the same subject in this case. He is the subject, and we place it here the same. He is he. In this case, he isn't, is he. Okay, and remember in this part, when you find a negative statement, you have to use a positive tag question. Okay, now let's see, please, Steve, help me reading the second example.
The trains are never on time, are they?
Okay, the same here. Okay, in this case, the negative word is never. Never is also a negative word in this case, so it is like a negation. The trains are never on time. So as this is a negative, we need to use the tag question in a positive way, okay? Here we have in a positive way. So the trains are never on time. And try to see the trains. Trains is a plural subject, so we can replace with the personal pronoun they. Are they? Okay. And let's see the next example, please. Please help me reading George.
Nobody has called for me, have they?
Okay. Also in here we have another negative word. Okay, in this case is nobody. Okay, nobody, nadie. Nobody has called for me, have they? Okay, nobody. And in this case, when we said nobody, we refer to, in general, to some people in general. And we have to replace this nobody with the personal pronoun they, because we're talking about more than two people, maybe. And that's it, two or more people. Okay, nobody has called me, have them, have they. In this case, you see the auxiliary that is has. But when we use they, we need to change this has for have. Nobody has called me, have they, and the same. In here we have this word negative, and we have to put it positive in the tag question. Okay, that's with the second rule. And now we are going to see the next one with the auxiliary. Okay, so let me clear the drawings and we are
Teacher,
going to pass. Okay, tell me, Nikki.
no entendí muy bien por qué dejas cambiar a have.
Okay,
Eh,
let me explain you. In the third example, okay, nobody has. This is because it's not certain the number of people. O sea, no podemos decir cuántas personas estamos hablando, por eso utilizamos el has.
Ujú. En palabras como nobody, es decir, nadie, no sabemos de cuántas personas estamos hablando, a eso se refiere Teacher Diego. Y como no es tan certero, utilizamos el auxiliar has, ¿no? Pero para responder, generalmente el nadie se respondería, estamos asumiendo que es más de una persona. Por eso en la question tag utilizamos ya el auxiliar have en lugar de has, ¿sí? E incluso utilizamos, miren, el sujeto they, porque estamos asumiendo que hay más de una persona en esta situación. Lo mismo pasa con everybody. ¿Sí? Everybody has. Todo el mundo tiene, pero no sabemos cuántas personas están incluidas en todo el mundo. Pero para la question tag, nosotros vamos a asumir que es más de una persona. Y vamos a ocupar ya el auxiliar have en lugar de has. Y el sujeto sería they. Esa es más o menos como que la regla en cuanto a cuando siempre ustedes vean o utilicen una palabra que sea un poco más general como nobody o everybody.
Okay, so that's the explanation. Is it clear now, Nikki, or not?
yes, thank you, teacher.
Okay, yeah. So now we're going to pass to the next rule. Okay, if we are sure, almost sure, that the listener will confirm that our statement is correct, we say the question tag with following intonation. Okay, we're going to see this later with an audio from the book. Okay, we're going to see the intonation differences between these question tags. Okay, so if there is an auxiliary verb in the statement, we use it to form the question tag. For example, if you find in the base sentence, you find an auxiliary. For example, here the auxiliary is don't, and this is a negative sentence. Okay, so remember, we need to use the same auxiliary in the question tag. And as this is negative, we have to place it in a positive way. Okay? So if we find don't, we need to use do. And we preserve the same subject. In this case is I. So we have to place the same in the question tag. Okay, for example, if we find don't, we need to use do. And the same in this one. In the second one. For example, let me clear it here. For example, the second example, James is working on that. Okay, this one is a positive sentence, and we need to make the question tag negative. And we have to use the same, in this case, the verb to be works like an auxiliary verb because is before the verb. In this case, the verb is working, and is like an auxiliary. James is working on that, isn't he? We need to place the same auxiliary, but in this case we use not because the base sentence is positive, and the question tag needs to needs to be in a negative form. and we just replace the subject. In this case, James. That is a male name, so we can change it for uh, the personal pronoun he. Okay, so let's see the next example. Please, let me see. Juliet, please help me reading this example. Or please,
Yeah. Your parents have retired, haven't they?
Okay, so as you can see in this example, the same, but in this case, the auxiliary is have. Okay, have, and this is a positive way. The way in the sentence is a positive sentence, so that question needs to go in negative form. And here we have the auxiliary verb that is have, and here it's haven't because we need to use the negation. Okay, thank you. So let's see this one. Let's see with this. So please, Miguel, please help me reading this one. The final example of this rule.
Your mom hadn't met him before, had she?
Okay, and let's see the same here. This is a negative sentence, and we need to use a positive tag question in this case. Your mom hadn't met him before, had she? And you see the auxiliary verb in this case is had, and we use the same here, had. And we can replace your mom for the personal pronoun she. Okay, guys. So remember, and when we find a positive sentence, we need to use a negative tag question. And the opposite, when we find a negative sentence, we need to use a positive tag question. And also when we find one auxiliary, we need to use the same auxiliary in the tag question in a positive or negative way, depending on the sentence. And now we're going to see the next part. Let me see. Okay, in some sentences we can't find the auxiliary. No, en algunas oraciones puede ser que no encontremos el auxiliar. Por ejemplo, here we have Jenny eats cheese. So we have to use these auxiliaries do and does, or don't or doesn't, or it didn't also in the past tense. For example, let me see. In this example, Jenny eats cheese. So this is a positive sentence, but we can find the auxiliary verb. So we need to assume that the auxiliary that we need to use in this case, depending on the subject, that is third person, Jenny, that we can replace from she, we need to use doesn't. Okay, doesn't. Because this is a positive sentence and that question needs to go in a negative way. And the same in this other example. I said that already. I said that already. And here we have to focus on the tense of the verb because this is a past tense sentence, so we need to use the auxiliary in past tense. So, en lugar de do, ponemos did. Y como esta es una oración positiva, this is a positive sentence, we need to make it negative. Okay? I said that already.
Exactly. So, no siempre van a tener ya listito, ¿no? Las oraciones con un auxiliar, do, did, or maybe have, or has. Algunas veces, y lo más importante es siempre preguntarse en qué tiempo está la oración. Si ustedes reconocen el tiempo en el que está escrito la oración, van a saber qué auxiliar deben utilizar. Como les decía Teacher Diego, in the first case we have Jenny eats. Or maybe you're going to have they study English. ¿Qué auxiliar ocupamos en ese caso? ¿Sí? Tienen que estar muy atentos en el tiempo en el que está la primera oración. Así ustedes van a reconocer qué auxiliar van a utilizar. Okay, let's move on.
So let's see, now, also, if the verb in the statement is one verb of the to be verbs, okay, in the present simple or past simple, we can find in these two sentences. Sorry. In this case, we use verb to be to make the tag question, okay? For example, in this one, the bus stops. Maybe we can find some sentence with this with the apostrophe. In this case, the bus stops, but there's no. Okay, so we need to focus on the subject. In this case, the bus. That is third person. The bus that can be replaced with the personal pronoun it. And we need to use the verb to be is. As this is a positive sentence, we need to make it negative. Isn't it? The bus stops over there. Isn't it? Okay, and let's see the next one. As you can see here, we have another negative word, none. Okay, so this makes the whole sentence negative. And none of the customers were happy. Ninguno de los clientes, in this case maybe, were happy. So we need to use the same verb to be in this case, that is in past, were, and we place the same here in the tag question, and the same we change none of those customers. In this case, the subject is those customers. So we can replace the subject for the personal pronoun they, because it's plural.
Exactly. Another way to make like a summary of this part of the rule is that always that you find a sentence with a verb to be, especially in present simple or past simple, you're going to use the same verb to be as an auxiliary. ¿Sí? Los estudiantes que estuvieron tal vez conmigo en los primeros niveles saben que siempre les digo que el verbo to be es único y diferente. Sí, es el verbo que no tiene o no sigue generalmente las mismas reglas. Y en este caso, el verbo to be no necesita auxiliares porque es independiente y quiere ser el mismo el auxiliar siempre. ¿Sí? Entonces, actúa o hace las veces de auxiliar. Por eso vamos a utilizar el mismo verbo to be para la question tag. En este caso, pues teníamos isn't it or were they. Si ya sea en presente o sea en pasado, vamos a ocupar ese verbo to be y lo único que necesitamos es estar pilas a ver si la oración es afirmativa o negativa para ver en qué sentido la vamos a ocupar en la parte de question tags. ¿Sí? Porque recuérdense que va a ser siempre lo opuesto. Y además de estar mucho ojo con el sujeto, no siempre el sujeto va a decir I, you, he, she, it. Puede estar especificado de otra forma, como en este caso the bus or those customers. Mucho ojo con las S al final, porque pueden determinar el plural de ciertos sustantivos, ¿no? En este caso, those customers. Y estamos hablando en plural, por eso utilizamos el they.
Okay, guys, so it is clear, or do you have any question up to this part? Okay, any questions? So I think it's clear. Now let's see the next part. So when we find a modal verb, in this case, the example says, they could hear me. Okay, we need to use the same modal verb in the question tag, but you see the same. This sentence is positive, so we need to change the modal verb into negative. So from could to couldn't. And the same, we need to use the same subject. They, the same. And here also we have the opposite. When we have, for example, you won't tell anyone, the sentence is negative. So we have to, to put the modal verb, that in this case is will, in the base form. Okay, for example, you won't tell anyone, and the question will be will you. Okay, remember the negation of will is won't, and from could is couldn't. That's it. If you find some of these could, can, will, shall, maybe some other modal verbs, you have to use the same modal verbs and try to see if you have to place it in a positive or negative way, and the subject. Okay, so let me clear this part. And also if the main verb or auxiliary verb is the same in the statement is am, the positive question tag is am I. Okay, but the negative question tag is usually aren't I. Okay, this is important because when you find maybe a positive sentence with am, I am going to get an email with the details. We need to make am negative. As you know, we cannot say am't or am not. Okay, that doesn't exist in English. Okay, so as you can see, this is a positive sentence, and we cannot say I'm not, so we need to change it for are, and this as it's negative could be aren't I. Okay, and when you find the base sentence in a negative way, because never is a negative word, I'm never on time. So there you can use am I in this case, because it's positive and you can use it. But when you need to put am in negative way, you have to change it for aren't I. Okay guys, so hope this part is clear. Because now we are going to practice with some exercises, guys. Okay.
Before they move to the exercises, I'm going to share something else, guys. Pay attention to the next one. Wake up, and pay attention. Okay, as we told before, the question tags are going to be according to the tense of the sentence, okay? Don't forget that you're going to need to recognize if the sentence is affirmative, the question tag is going to be negative. If the the sentence is negative, the question tag will be positive. ¿Cuál es el significado de estas question tags? Estas question tags se traducirían a lo que nosotros conocemos o las preguntas que hacemos al final. Por ejemplo, ¿verdad? ¿No es cierto? ¿No es verdad? No. ¿Sí? Esas serían la traducción de estas question tags. Ojo, algo muy importante de las question tags. Van a ir después de una coma. Va el auxiliar que vayamos a utilizar, el sujeto y un signo de pregunta al final. Eso es muy importante. Coma, la question tag y el signo de interrogación al final. Ok, y como les decía, Teacher Diego les indicó ciertas excepciones, ¿no? Si tienen que hacer negativo una question tag con el sujeto I, como no tenemos la forma I'm o I am not, ¿sí? Si se habrán dado cuenta, casi todas las question tags de forma negativa las utilizamos únicamente con contracción, ¿sí? Para hacerla más cortito posible. Deben ser preguntas cortas. En este caso, pues, como no tenemos una contracción de I am not, vamos a valernos del aren't I, solo cuando es negativa. Si la oración con el sujeto I fuese negativa, la question tag sí va a llevar am I, ¿sí? De forma afirmativa, am I. Solo cuando estamos hablando de forma negativa en estas question tags vamos a valernos del auxiliar aren't, en este caso, aren't I. También vieron cómo utilizar cuando tienen palabras de forma general, como por ejemplo everyone or no one. ¿Sí? En este caso utilizamos, bueno, en su ejemplo tenía has, en este caso tenemos is, ¿sí? Pero siempre que ustedes vayan a hacer la question tag, vamos a utilizar como si fuese un plural. Es decir, el auxiliar puede ser, in this case, como la oración está en presente, vamos a ocupar el auxiliar aren't. En la oración que ustedes tenían de ejemplo, tenían have, ¿sí? Y el sujeto they. Vamos a transformarle a plural esta question tag. ¿Qué pasa si es que alguna de las oraciones que ustedes tienen de ejemplo o de tarea se encuentran con el let's? Let's hike in the mountains. ¿Sí? ¿Qué pasa en ese caso? Bueno, en ese caso ustedes van a utilizar el modal verb shall, ¿ok? Shall y el sujeto we. So, shall we? Let's hike in the mountains. Vamos a escalar una montaña. ¿Sí? ¿Les parece? So, shall we? Vamos. A eso se referiría esta question tag. Also, don't forget that you will find in some cases this kind of words, this, that, these, and those, or there are or there isn't, okay? En estos casos, mucho ojo a si son singular o plural. Si en este caso tenemos this y that, que sería esto y eso, que se refiere a una sola cosa, entonces ocupamos el auxiliar is, ¿no? Para formar la question tag. En este caso, isn't it. Y these or those para cuando nos referimos a plural, ¿sí? Aren't they? Aren't they? Don't forget about this because these are kind of exceptions. Este sería un par de excepciones, ¿sí? Así que pónganle mucho ojo para lo que van a hacer ustedes ahorita con Teacher Diego. Go ahead.
Okay, guys, so now we are going to practice with some exercises in which you have to choose the correct answer. So let me share again the on the screen. Let me see. Okay, here you have. So as you can see, we have some base sentences as the example, okay? And we will have to choose the correct type question to make sense of the sentence. So the first one says, they have a horse. So which one is the correct answer? Let me see. Brian, maybe. Do you know the answer? Here you have from these ones, you have to choose one. They have a horse. So remember, this is a positive sentence, okay? So the tag question will be in a negative way. So they have a horse. Brian, do you know the answer, maybe? Or let's see. Who has please, Lisette, do you know the answer in this? How could be the tag question?
A ver, teacher. Estaba tratando de sacarle de have a horse. Isn't it? They have. Isn't it?
Isn't it? Are you sure? Okay, first, as we have to place here in a negative way, maybe we need to focus on all the negative forms. Okay, maybe we have aren't I is negative, doesn't he negative, don't they negative, and isn't it negative. So let's see, and now we're going to focus on the subject. You see, they. This is the subject. So the same subject needs to be in the question tag. So let's see. One negative question tag with they. Which one is?
Don't they?
Yes, that's it. Don't they? Because this is negative and we're using the same subject. Okay, they have a horse, don't they? Okay, so let's see with the next one. I am not silly. Okay, this is a positive sentence, so we're going to see for a negative question tag. So let me see, please, Jocelyn. Do you know the answer?
Isn't it? No, isn't there?
And remember, we need to place the same subject. In this case, the subject is I. So we need to place the same. And in a negative way. So which one is negative and have the subject I?
Yo sí. La oración que tienes ahí, ¿está afirmativa o negativa? I am not silly.
¿Afirmativa?
Are you sure?
Negativa. No.
Negativa. Si es negativa, ¿cuál es el sujeto en este caso?
I.
I, ¿no es cierto? La oración es negativa, entonces del otro lado va a ser afirmativo.
Positivo.
Sorry, I didn't see that. So try to look for a positive.
¿Cuál sería la forma positiva?
I am, no, I am I.
Am I? Exacto. Am I?
Yes, that's
I'm not silly, no soy tonta, ¿verdad? Eso queremos decir. Am I? Thank you. Cuando tengan dudas, háganse esa pregunta, ¿sí? ¿En qué, cómo está la oración? ¿Es afirmativa o es negativa? ¿En qué tiempo está? ¿Cuál es el sujeto? Estas van a ser preguntas que les van a ustedes a ayudar. Tal vez si se bloquean el rato de la prueba o de cualquier test, si se bloquean, háganse esas preguntas. ¿Es afirmativa o es negativa? ¿En qué tiempo está? ¿Qué auxiliar debo utilizar? ¿Cuál es el sujeto? ¿Sí? Así poco a poco vamos a ir haciendo haciendo los ejercicios. Teacher, Diego, recomendación, no les escribas qué es lo que tienen o en qué tiempo está la oración. Ellos necesitan irse dando cuenta solitos, porque si nosotros les decimos, está en negativo, ¿cuál es el otro? Es preferible irles preguntando, ¿no? Así se dan cuenta como ahorita yo sí.
Okay, teacher. Now let's see the next one, please, Nicole. Which one is the correct question tag? Let me see. I'm going to raise. Are you there, Nicole?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. I don't know what's.
It doesn't matter if you all the options. No es importante si es que tú no puedes ver todas las opciones que te indica Teacher Diego, porque nosotros ya deberíamos saber cómo ir formando esta oración. Your hat isn't old.
Is it?
Okay, exactly. The sentence is negative, right? So the question tag is going to be affirmative. Your hat isn't old, is it?
Yes.
Very good.
And you see your hat, we can replace your hat with it because here is a thing in this case. Okay, thank you, Nikki. Now let's see the next one. He plays basketball. Let's see.
Fausto
Okay.
hasn't talked.
Fausto, please. Which is the correct question tag for this sentence? He plays basketball.
Doesn't he?
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Doesn't he? Thank you, Fausto. Now let's see the next one. There is a butterfly. Let me see, Jimmy, please. Which one is the correct
There
question
is a
tag?
butterfly. Isn't there?
Yes, that's it.
Perfect.
Where is it? Yeah, here.
The last one.
Yeah, isn't there? Yes, that's correct. And the next one, you don't have a pet. Let me see, Brian, please. Do you know the answer? Or let's see, Michelle. Are you there, Michelle?
Sí, teacher. Is it?
Fíjate en el auxiliar.
Do you?
Have a pet? Exactly.
Yes, that's it. Do you? Let's see the next one. Make it bigger.
Gabby,
Okay.
can you help us with the next one?
Yes, teacher.
Lions aren't small.
Is there?
Lions, estamos en plural. Los leones no son pequeños.
Sorry, teacher. Are they?
Are they? Exactly. Mucho ojo, ¿no? Con los plurales.
Now let's see, Jennifer, please. Which one is the correct question from this sentence? The beach is nice. Are you there, Jennifer? Or let's see, Anita, please.
Jenny, turn on the microphone.
Okay, Jenny, please.
Yes. Are they?
Ojo, estamos en la playa. The beach.
Ah, sorry. The beach is, Isn't it?
Exactly, isn't it?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you, Jenny.
Now let's see Anita, please. I'm late today.
Aren't I?
Yes, that's it. Aren't I? And the final one, and there isn't a river. Please, Cinderly, please. Do you know the answer? There isn't a river.
Is, is there?
Yes, that's it. That's the correct answer. Okay, guys, so I think it's clear because in this exercise we review, some some rules that we saw before. So hope this part is clear. And now we're going to let me see to see this picture. We have to look at this picture and try to answer this question. And we're going to guess what is happening in this picture, okay? So what do you think is happening? I'm going to give you 1 minute to answer what is happening.
1 minute to think about the answer, guys. What do you think is happening in this picture?
Okay, guys, so let me see. Christian, maybe, do you know please help us with the answer. What do you think is happening?
Mm, I think the men are sharing a desk to the car.
Okay, yes, maybe. Thank you, Christian. Let's see. Erika, please. What do you think is happening?
Maybe the man. No sé.
Maybe the man is
Carrying the desk on the car.
Okay.
The car.
Okay, so now we are going to watch the second part of the video in order to see what is happening. Okay, guys? So let's see. Let me, where is it? Here it is. So, let me see. Okay. Part three. Okay, here we have part two.
So, what do you need?
Well, I'm going to ask Becky to marry me.
Wow, that is great news!
Thanks. But I wondered if you could come with me to buy the ring. I've never done this before, and I don't know where to start.
Yes, of course I could. Oh, that is brilliant!
What are you two gossiping about?
Oh, nothing.
Okay, that was a short part. So we're going to read these statements and then we're going to answer or try to underline the correct part. So the first one, Tom wants Rachel to help him to ask Becky to marry him or to buy a ring. And the second one, Rachel agrees or refuses to help Tom. We're going to watch again in order to see the answers, guys. So please pay attention to these two statements.
So, what do you need?
Well, I'm going to ask Becky to marry me.
Wow, that is great news!
Thanks. But I wondered if you could come with me to buy the ring. I've never done this before, and I don't know where to start.
Yes, of course I could. Oh, that is brilliant!
Okay, so let's
What are you
see,
two gossiping about?
Oh, nothing.
Maybe Angie, please. Do you know the answer of the first one? Which one is the correct answer? Tom wants Rachel to help him to ask Becky to marry him or to buy a ring. What do you think? Angie, wake up.
Ha estado apagado el micrófono. Marry him?
Are you sure? It was to ask Becky to marry him or to buy a ring?
To buy a ring.
You say to ask Becky to marry him. Do you think it's correct or not, guys? What do you think? Le pidió ayuda a Rachel para pedir a Becky en matrimonio o para comprar el anillo.
Buy a ring.
Yes, that's it too. To buy a ring in this case. That's the correct answer. Okay, thank you. Now with the second one, Rachel agrees or refuses to help Tom. Rachel decidió ayudarle o se negó. What do you think? Maybe Saulo, please. Do you know the answer? Are you there, Saulo? Or let's see. Okay, agrees. Rachel agrees. Yes, that's the correct answer. Okay, thank you, Liz. Now we're going to see the third part of the video in order to see what happens with the desk.
Go on, pull it a bit harder. I can't, it's too heavy. No, we're almost there, go on. No, it's not going to work. All right, put it down. What's it made of? Metal. Let's do it together, both sides, ready? All right. 1, 2, 3. What's it going? No, put it down, put it down. Let's move it across. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Job done.
Okay, guys. So, so now that we see what happened with the desk, we're going to do a writing task, okay? You will have to choose one of these topics and you will have to write just a short paragraph from 5 to 10 lines describing maybe when you have helped someone, maybe one family member, one friend with moving furniture, maybe with your creative skills, maybe taking photos, um, maybe buying a present for them or with whatever issue that maybe your friends or family members had. So okay, and let me see, please, Luis, tell us what do we have to do? Are you there, Luis? Yes. ¿Qué tenemos que hacer? What do we have to do?
No lo entendía bien porque se me está cortando el internet. Los videos no pude ver bien tampoco. Teacher.
Solo veía partes.
Okay, no worries. So I'm going to explain you again. Okay, so
Okay, guys, something happened with teacher Diego's internet as well, because I saw that he was like pausing and he's back. Okay.
okay,
Teacher
sorry.
Diego, your internet is also like,
Yes, now I know my internet is like up
yes.
and down.
Uh-huh. Can you repeat the?
Okay, of course. So here it is. The grading
activity.
task you have to do. You have to write one paragraph from 5 lines to 10 lines, describing some of. I think it's. Can you hear me, guys, or not? Okay.
Yes,
So
we can.
okay, so for this writing activity, you will have 10 minutes, guys. You have to write.
No, we cannot hear you. Your microphone is off.
Okay, yes. I don't know why I. Sorry. As I was telling you, you will have 10 minutes for writing this, just a short paragraph describing your experience helping maybe one friend or a family member or relative, I guess, with whatever whatever issue was it was. Okay, so let me see if it is clear. Maybe Jocelyn, please tell us, what do we have to do?
Bueno, debemos hacer, creo que debemos escoger una de las opciones, a ver si hemos ayudado a algún amigo, como a cambiarse de casa, o si en la forma creativa, como tomar fotos. Bueno, escoger alguna de esas opciones y hacer.
¿Cuánto tiempo tienen para esa actividad?
3 minutos. 3 minutos. Sí, 3 minutos.
Are you sure?
¿Sí?
Okay, I can give you
You're
10
going to be
minutes.
like robots.
Yes, it's impossible to write a paragraph in 3 minutes. Okay, so for this activity, you will have 10 minutes,
10
guys.
minutes, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, and sorry for the inconvenience with my internet. I hope it can work better, guys. So, and don't forget to write your names in the Padlet. And if
Can
you
you
have
send
any
us?
trouble entering,
Can you send us the link?
I already sent.
Where did you send it? To the WhatsApp group?
I think I already sent it
No?
to the WhatsApp group and to the meeting chat.
Yeah.
Isn't okay? So
Yes, they have it in WhatsApp. Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm going to send it again in the Zoom chat.
Yes, we can get it. Enter to the link, guys, and start writing.
Okay, so yes, guys, don't forget to write your names. I see Christian and Jimmy.
5 lines talking about who have you helped and how did you feel help maybe to your family or maybe to your friends doing something of the list. Go ahead, guys, go ahead. You have up to 5 to 9. Tenemos hasta 5 para las 9 para que ustedes puedan completar esta actividad. And the time, you know, goes very fast. El tiempo pasa volando cuando tienen que escribir. Anita, cuando tú estás utilizando en este caso el verbo ask, de pedir ayuda, ¿no? De pedir algo a alguien, vamos a tener que utilizar la preposición to. En este caso teníamos my aunt asked me to help. Me pidió que le ayude. To help. ¿A quién? ¿A quién vas a ayudar? A tu tía, ¿no es cierto? En ese caso, my aunt asked me to help her. ¿sí? Ayudarle a ella a cambiarse. So, my aunt asked me to help her to move.
Listo, teacher. Thank you.
Tania, acaba de llegar ahorita.
Teacher, lo que pasa es que me quedé sin internet en la mañana y recién pude conectarme.
Ok, nos tendríamos que igualar solo con la parte de la lección C. De la lección 4C. Sí, hay que revisar con todo. Después vamos a hacer como que una revisión general. ¿Cómo hacer las question tags? Para que no...
Teacher, ¿me podría repetir? Lo que pasa es que se me recortó lo que me dijo.
Necesitas revisar la primera parte del video. Sí, después de que se termine clases, si tienes alguna duda, revisa la primera parte del video, Tania, para que no te desiguales en cuanto a contenido. Always have fun.
Okay. Okay, also Anita, I see that you already finished. Please help us reading your experience, please, Anita.
My aunt asked me to help her to move from Quito to Ibarra. I had to wait until she came from Quito to lower her things in her new house. It was very difficult because we were only women and the furniture was very heavy.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Anita.
Just one thing, Anita.
Now let's...
Esa parte de lower te refieres a bajar, no a descargar o desempacar. Yo creo que el verbo más apropiado sería unpack. Sí, unpack her things. Desempacar sus cosas. Ese lower se utiliza para bajar el volumen, para bajar el tono de voz. Pero cuando necesitamos como descargar cosas pesadas, podríamos utilizar get down, tal vez, como bajar, o unpack, desempacar. Creo que sería lo más apropiado. Generalmente nosotros utilizamos ciertas palabras para todo en español, pero en inglés no siempre es así.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's see. Now, please, Steve, help us reading your example, please.
No finish, teacher.
Okay. I thought you already finished, but no. So please, who else has finished?
Nikki,
Okay,
I
Nicole.
think she finished.
Yes, please, Nicole, help us reading your example.
Okay. Hi, my experience by something with a friend. It was something fun. I remember that my mother's birthday was approaching, and I told my friend to come with me to buy her something. So we went to a flower shop and saw some beautiful flowers. And when I left the place, my friend fell down. It was a lot of fun for me, but not for she. That day I got a gift for my mother and an update with my friend.
Okay. Thank you, Nikki. And now let's see. Okay, I see that some of you are finishing, I guess.
Just one thing. Can you stay there? I got some feedback for Josie. Josie, leo el tuyo. My friend asked me to help her with the move of her house.
Todavía no lo termino.
No, Josie, solo. Si es que pones with the move, ¿sí? Con el movimiento de su casa. Es decir, que estás... ¿Cómo mueves la casa de tu amiga a otro lugar? Come on.
Y era como mudanza, ¿no?
Exacto, si quieres referirte a la mudanza, no podemos utilizar o no vamos a utilizar la preposición with. ¿Sí? En este caso sería my friend asked me to help her moving from, cambiándose, moving to a new apartment, moving to a new house, ¿sí? Cambiándose a una nueva casa, a un nuevo departamento, pero no podemos utilizar with, porque en ese caso hay la sensación de que le estás ayudando, pero a cargar la casa, sí, van a ir despacito cargando la casa y...
Ya le cambia.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys, now I see that some of you already finished, so I think we are ready to pass to the next activity, guys. So
yes, because it was already
we're
time,
going to
so
pass. Yes, guys. So let me share again. Okay, as you can see here, we have some of these questions in order to offers for help or asking for help. So you have to help me to place these expressions, these questions in the right category. So please, Steve, please. Where do you place, can you do something for me? In which one? Offers to help or asking for help? ¿Dónde ubicamos esta expresión? Can you do something for me?
Offer to help.
Offers to help. Are you sure? If you tell someone to do you a favor, you said, can you do something for me? And you're offering help or asking for help? ¿Estás ofreciendo ayuda o requiriendo ayuda? Yes, that's it. Asking for help. Can you do something for me? In this case is asking for help.
¿puedes hacer algo por mí? Can you do me a favor? Es muy parecido a decir can you do me a favor, ¿sí? ¿Puedes hacerme un favor? Más o menos significa lo mismo. Can you do something for me?
Okay. I think my internet is also slow again because I can't hear you, teacher. Sorry. Now, please, Melanie, please. Where do we place the second one? Can you give me a hand with something? ¿Dónde ubicamos esta expresión? Offers to help or asking for help? Can you give me a hand? Are you there, Melanie? Or let's see who hasn't participated. Fausto, please. ¿Dónde ubicamos esta expresión? Can you give me a hand with something?
Asking for help.
Yes, that's it. Asking for help. Can you give me, give me a hand? Ok. Puedes darme una mano. Le pueden poner con la cosa, con alguna cosa que necesitan en específico. With something, ok. Is there something I can do? Please help me. Christian, please. Where do we place this expression? Is there something I can do? Offers to help or asking for help?
Offers to help.
Okay, yes, that's it. Because it means, is there something I can do? Okay, this means hay algo que pueda hacer. Is there something I can do? This expression is useful for offers for helping to do something, okay? And the final one, how can I help you? How can I help you? Let's see, Stefano, please. Where do we place this expression? Offers to help or asking for help?
The title for expression. For offers to help.
Sorry, can you? Okay,
To help.
offers to help. Yes, that's it. How can I help you? ¿Cómo puedo ayudarte? How can I help you? Okay, guys. So there are also some other expressions that we can use to offers help and also for asking for help. Maybe asking for help could be, can you do me a favor? Favor. Do you know any other expressions in order to ask for help? ¿Saben alguna otra expresión que utilicen para pedir ayuda? Maybe.
Help
Or
me,
another
please.
one. Okay, help me,
Someone
please. Help me, please. Okay. Okay,
si
that's
quieren sonar un poco más educados, ¿cómo dirían? En lugar de help me please. ¿Qué modal verb podrían utilizar para sonar un poquito más educados?
Could.
Exactly. Could you help me, please?
okay.
Oh.
Yes, that's it. And there are some other expressions for in order to ask for help and offers to help. Okay, so let me see. Let me clear the screen. And okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, now we are going to try to let me share the book again, guys, please. Here is it. Now we're going to do this listening activity. We're going to listen to these statements and going to try to look for the missing words, guys. Okay, so pay attention.
Track 1.67. 1,
Do you think you could take them?
2,
Do you need a hand?
3,
Could I ask you a favour in return?
4,
So what do you need?
5,
I wondered if you could come with me to buy the ring.
Okay, guys, now we're going to listen again and we are going to look for the missing words. Okay, so let's listen. Number 1.
Track 1.67. 1,
Do you think you could take them?
Okay, so please let me see. Saulo, please, do you know the answer? Do you need you?
¿Podría repetirle el audio, teacher, por favor?
Okay, I'm going to repeat it again.
Track 1.67. 1,
Do you think you could take them?
2,
Okay, did you heard? Do you need you?
Help.
Okay, let me repeat it again, okay?
1.67. 1,
Do you think you could take them?
Okay, what do you think? It's the correct answer.
Could.
Yes, that's it. Do you think you could take them? Yes, that's it. Thank you. Now let's listen to the second one.
2,
Do you need a hand?
Okay, let's see. Jocelyn, please. Do you know the answer?
Need?
Yes, that's it. Do you need a hand? Need. That's the correct answer. Thank you, Jocelyn. Now let's hear number 3.
3.
Could I ask you a favor in return?
Okay, let's see. Maybe. Cinderly, please. Do you know the answer? Do you know the answer, Cinderly, or do you want to hear it again? Mm,
Cinderly a la una, Cinderly a las dos, Cinderly a las tres. Okay.
Okay, so let.
Ask.
Thank you, Nikki.
Okay, ask. Yes, that's it. Could I ask you a favor in return? That's the correct answer. Thank you. Let's hear the next one.
4.
So what do you need?
Okay, so let's see. Liz, please. Lisette, please. Do you know the answer?
Yes. Perdón. Need.
Yes, that's it. So what do you need? Yes, thank you. And let's hear the final one.
5.
I wondered if you could come with me to buy the ring.
Okay, so let's see. Maybe. Miguel, do you know the answer?
Wondered?
Okay, so I wonder. Let's hear again.
5.
I wondered if you could come with me to buy the ring.
Okay, yes, that's the correct answer. Let me write it over here. Wonder. Okay, and also here you have some some other expressions in order to ask for help or offers help. So do you think you could take them? Uh, where do we place this expression? Do you think you could take them? It's for offering help or asking for help. What do you think? Do you think you could take them?
Asking for help.
Yes, that's it. Do you think you could take them? So let me write the name over here. One here. Let's see, number 2. Do you need a hand? Where do we place this one? Offers to help or asking for help? Do you need a hand?
Offers to help.
Yes, that's it. Number 2. The number 3. Could I ask you a favor in return? Asking for help or offering to help? Could I ask you a favor in return? What do you think? Maybe Erika, do you know where do we place this expression? Can I ask you a favor in return?
Asking for help.
Yes, that's it. Asking for help. Number 3. Let's see, number 4. So, what do you need? Offers to help or asking for help? Angie, please, what do you think? So, what do you need?
Offer to help.
Yes, that's it. Offers to help. And the final one. So, I wonder if you could come with me to buy the ring. Asking for help or offers to help? Maybe let me see. Jennifer, do you know the answer?
Asking for help.
Okay, yes, that's it. Asking for help. Okay, guys. So, let me see. Now we're going to, let me clear the screen. Okay, now we're going to see this pronunciation part. in order to differentiate the intonation in this first sentence and in the second one. So please pay attention, guys.
Track 1.63.
That's the hotel you stayed in, isn't it?
Okay, try to listen again and pay attention to the tag question intonation.
Track 1.63.
That's the hotel you stayed in, isn't it?
Okay, so what do you think? The intonation goes up or down in the question tag? Maybe Saulo, what do you think? ¿Cómo estaba la entonación en la question tag? ¿Era fuerte o baja? Fuerte, are you sure? Let's hear again.
Track 1.63.
That's the hotel you stayed in, isn't it?
Isn't it? What do you think? It go up or down?
Down, teacher.
Okay, down. Yes, that's it. Now we're going to listen to the same sentence, but with an go up intonation. Okay, so let's listen.
Track 1.64.
That's the hotel you stayed in, isn't it?
See the difference, guys? Okay, I hope so. So, depending on the intonation in the first sentence, could be this could mean that maybe the speaker knows the answer, but just needs a reaffirmation. Okay, when it's a little bit sure about the, for example, the sentence says, "That's a hotel you stayed in, isn't it?" Ese es el hotel en el que te quedaste, en el que te hospedaste, ¿verdad? Es como que ya la persona que habla ya sabe que era el hotel, es como que solo es una expresión más para confirmar o para seguir como con el hilo de la conversación. En cambio, en la segunda podemos escuchar el isn't it en un tono más alto. Entonces esa es como la entonación de la pregunta, porque en este caso, what's the hotel you stayed in? That's the hotel you stayed in, isn't it? In this case, the speaker is asking because maybe no sabe con certeza si fue ese el hotel en el que se quedó la otra persona o no. Okay, guys, so that's the difference between the intonation of the tag questions.
Yes, this is very, very important, guys. It's not the same if you say, you're a student, aren't you? Sí, el aren't you así como que bajito, sin ninguna gana, es porque ustedes ya saben que son, o sea, la otra persona sabe que ustedes son estudiantes y solo quiere confirmar, ¿no? Pero si por otra parte ustedes tienen, you're a student, aren't you? Sí, sí se eleva un poco al final el tono de voz, es porque ustedes no saben la respuesta y en realidad quieren saber cuál es la respuesta. Sí, por eso ponemos énfasis en la question tag. This is very important so you can know what to answer. Sí, es muy importante incluso para saber si ustedes deben ampliar la respuesta o no tanto, ¿no?
Okay, guys, hope you understand this part, and we're going to pass to the final activity, okay? So this is an speaking task in which you will have to work in pairs, guys. So teacher, can you help me making the groups, please?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so for this activity, you will have to do a conversation or a dialogue, offering and asking for help. So, so you will. I'm going to send you to tell you the topics randomly. Okay, so please, teacher, can you help me with the pair groups, please?
Yes, I have the groups already.
Okay, so let's see.
Teacher, una preguntita.
Okay, Gabby, tell us.
¿Hacemos el speaking de todos los puntos o escogemos uno de ellos? ¿Solo
Solo
uno?
uno. Sí,
Thank you, teacher.
solo
Teacher,
uno.
va a mandar estas opciones al grupo de WhatsApp o ya lo vamos capturando.
Okay, maybe you can do a screenshot, or anyways, I'm going to send it to the WhatsApp group. So let me wait a little bit. I'm going to make a screenshot and I'm going to send you right now to your WhatsApp group. So there you have our 5 topics, and you are going to just talk about one. So I had like you did before in the exam with the dice to. So how can I let me see. Okay, how many groups are, teacher?
15.
Okay, 15 groups. Thank you. So here you have the numbers, and I'm going to spin the wheel in order for you to know which topic do you have to do.
Okay, I have group number 1. El grupo número 1 sería Miguel y Lisette. Miguel Ruales y Lisette Pineda. Vamos a ver qué tema les toca.
Okay, you have topic number 3, guys.
Ok, grupo número 2, Gaby Barahona y Michael o Israel Angamarca.
Let's see. Topic number 4.
Les toca el tema número 4. Grupo número 3, Jenny y Josie. Jennifer Gómez y Jocelyn Cadena.
Let's see, number 2.
Okay, number 2. Group number 4, Angie Díaz y Luisito Enríquez.
Number 1.
Okay. Let's continue with the next. Group number 5, George y Steffi.
Number 5.
Okay, number 5. Group number 6 would be Gina y Priscila.
Number 4.
Okay, number 4. The next group is going to be Cinderly y Tania.
Number 1.
Okay, number 1. Let's move with the next one. Kathy y Steve.
Number 1.
Number 1 again. Someone left the class. I don't know who. A ver, porque sí, Christian se quedó sin grupo. Let me see. Vamos a ver el siguiente. Anabel y Estefano.
Number 1 again.
Ok. Brian, Rosero y Saulo.
Number 4.
Number 4. Joana y Bibi.
Number 3.
Number 3, ok. Y nos quedaría el grupo de Anita y Juliet.
Number 1.
El grupo de Anabel y Erika.
Number 1 again.
Y el último grupo, Fausto y Nikki.
Number 2.
Number 2, okay. Christian has no member of, has nothing to work with. Let me see. Alguien salió y entró, por lo que Christian se quedó sin pareja. A ver, a Christian le voy a...
Teacher, creo que soy yo.
Sí, debe ser tú. Entonces,
Es que mi internet está súper malo y se sale y se entra de la reunión.
ok. Sorteemos una vez más para ponerles a Melanie y a...
Okay, number 3.
Okay, number 3. Melanie y Christian. Let me, how much time do they have for this activity?
I guess 10 minutes could be, because you just have to do a short dialogue, not much.
No es un diálogo enorme, máximo unas 6 líneas. Sí debe ser bien cortito. Asking or offering for help according to each of the topics you were assigned, okay? So, 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutos para hacer su oración súper corta en los grupos que tenemos. You can enter to your groups. You can enter to your groups and you can start performing. Ya pueden iniciar, chicos, o ingresar a sus grupos. Vayan trabajando en los temas que les fueron asignados. Ok. Alvear. Okay, guys, enter to your groups. Enter to your groups, guys. Vayan ingresando a los grupos.
A ver, ya comparto la pantalla ya para hacer un documento entre los dos.
Teacher.
Yes.
Teacher, disculpe, lo que pasa es que no escuchamos qué parte nos tocaba, entonces íbamos a hacer el primer punto, pero...
A ver, ustedes son, déjenme ver qué grupo. Jenny. No les encuentro. Número 3. Les toca del tema número 2.
Ah, ya.
Sí, del 2.
Ya, teacher. Es necesita pagar. Yo pido sí, necesita pagar.
Sí. Ah, porque va a ser el que te pido el favor.
Claro, y yo te pregunto que te puedo ayudar.
Entonces sería, hi Jimmy, sorry, I wasn't wondering if you could help me through the task because my internet went out. Bueno, más o menos.
Can I explain me? O sea, ¿me podrías explicar, por favor? A ver si lo pones. Claro, o sea, para que me digas de qué se trataba o más o menos qué.
O sea, sí. Es que, a ver, déjame ver una cosa. Dice... El internet...
O sea, como se me fue el internet,
La
tú
idea
me entiendes.
únicamente solo es de que...
No entiendo.
Sí.
Diría yo, ¿no es cierto?
Sí, también podría ser como me puedes prestar algún libro de matemáticas o
Yeah.
Ahí es Bill.
Ajá.
Ya. Yo necesito pagar una importante factura. Ahí-
Mañana, ponle.
Mañana.
Tomorrow. Sí, doble N.
No. Listo. Entonces ahí tu respuesta.
No, no te quiero ayudar.
Ahí tendría que ser en dónde, en dónde o así.
Ya estamos preparando, teacher.
Okay.
Jimmy, please.
Y ya, teacher, un momento, please.
Okay.
Ya, ok.
Okay. So please start, Jimmy.
Priscila, ¿estás ahí?
Yes. Hi, Timmy. You know, I'm worried.
Hi, Priscilla. Tell me, what happened?
What happened is that I didn't upload the task because I lost my internet connection. Couldn't you help me, please?
Of course, it is. Don't worry, Priscilla. I help you to upload the task.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Please send me the task.
Ya se acabó.
Okay, that's it. Thank you, guys. So, el resto vamos a presentar la siguiente clase, okay, guys? So, this was my lesson for today. Hope you like it, guys. Okay.
Thank you, Teacher Diego. And I think it's time for us to start lesson 4D. Thank you, teacher. So get ready, guys, because we're starting the lesson of unit number 4. So I'd like to start with these two questions that now we can use a little bit more the internet. And so here we have two questions. Question number 1 says, have you ever used the internet to? ¿Han utilizado el internet para maybe buy or sell something, rent or a room or a house, or meet other people or join in a group, find work or offer other people work? Okay, so think about these 4 options we have right here. Think about it. And think if you have used the internet for maybe one of these things on the list, maybe 2 or more things on the list. Okay, guys, this would be question number 1. In question number 2, we have, what do you think are the advantages and disadvantages of using the internet for these things? Okay, think about the possible answers for these questions. As you know, these questions are not so difficult, so we will move right ahead with the answers, okay? No están tan complicadas las preguntas, entonces les voy a pedir su ayuda. Can you help me please answering question number 1? Christian, have you ever used the internet too? ¿Para qué has utilizado o para cuál de estas 4 opciones has utilizado el internet, Christian?
I use the internet to buy or sell something and meet to other people or join a group.
Okay. For example, what did you buy or sell in internet? ¿Qué compraste o vendiste en internet?
I buy shoes in
Okay.
internet.
Shoes, for example. Thank you. Buy some shoes. Thank you, Christian. What about you, Cinderly? Have you ever used the internet to some of these activities?
Yes, I use the internet to buy clothes, shoes, and food, and I sell
Okay, yes, you have used the internet maybe to buy some clothes, shoes, and food, right? I was going to write food and I just repeated shoes again. And food. Okay, excellent. What about you, Luisito? Have you ever used the internet to any of these things in here?
Yes, teacher. I use the internet. I use to sell things I don't know use and sell the car and sell computer and solo eso. And meet other people and join a group.
Okay, meet other people and join a group as well. Thank you. So you have also used the internet to sell some things or some stuff, right? For example, Luisito told us a car or a computer. So yes, internet nowadays is very helpful when we want to buy or maybe sell something. Also, when you want to meet some people or join to a group. Remember that in Facebook, there are thousands of groups, so you can join them and share something you like with other people from all over the world, right? Let's continue with question number 2, guys. What do you think are the advantages and disadvantages of using the internet? What do you think about this, Melanie? What do you think are the advantages and disadvantages of using internet? Melanie was the one with the wrong internet, right? So,
what do you say de estafadores?
Okay. What do you want to say? The whole sentence. ¿Cómo sería la oración completa que tú quieres decir?
A ver, que existen muchas páginas falsas y estafadores.
Okay. Yes. Eso sería something negative, right? Advantage. There are some false pages. Okay, some false pages and a lot of hustlers. Okay, estafadores. There are some false pages and a lot of hustlers, nos dice. Thank you. What about something positive, an advantage of using the internet, Josie?
Una ventaja sería it's that we can find anything.
Okay, you can find anything. Exactly, you can find anything. Whatever you think, you can find it on internet. Thank you, Josie. So another advantage or disadvantage, Brian, can you help us with this? Wake up, Brian.
Dice que está con el internet malo, teacher.
Okay, let me continue with this time. Steve, can you help us with an advantage or disadvantage of internet, please?
Yes, teacher. Disadvantage here may be online harassment, acoso en línea.
Okay, that could be. Let me write it over here. Online. That would be some disadvantages. Let me write harass. What about something positive of using internet? Can you tell me, Bibi, an advantage of using internet?
Good morning, teacher. An advantage of the internet is that we can find detailed information on a product that we want to buy.
Okay, we can find detailed information. Right? A product. Excellent, thank you. What about Erica? Erica, can you help us with an advantage or disadvantage of using internet?
The products are cheap in occasion.
Okay, in some cases you can find cheaper products. Or you can find a variety of products. Thank you. And Jimmy, can you help me with another advantage or disadvantage of internet?
The disadvantages, for example, piracy on internet.
Privacy, okay.
Piracy, piracy on the internet.
You lose some privacy in some cases, right, when you are using internet. Thank you, guys. So as you can see here, we're going to discuss a little bit about internet and some things we can do on internet. In this case, we will be specifically using internet for advertisings. So what do you think of the next? We're going to make an activity from your book. Let me share with you the book so you know what I'm talking about. You're going to listen to a short record, and 3 people are going to be talking about some pages on internet, okay? So what are you going to do, or what do I want from you guys is that you recognize what is the purpose of each website, okay? So this is going to be the answer you will be telling me after listening to the next record, okay? What is the purpose of each website? ¿Cuál será el propósito o el objetivo de cada página? You're going to listen to 3 people talking, guys. Vamos a escuchar a 3 personas hablando. Pay attention and help me with the answers, okay? Pay attention, guys.
Track 1.68. Sheena.
Last year, I had some free time and a bit of money to spend. I'd always wanted to go walking and climbing in the Himalayas, but I didn't want to go on my own, and none of my friends wanted to go. So I found a website called Travel Groups, where you can contact other people who want to go to the same places as you, and you can join up and go together as a group. Anyway, I found 3 other people to go with, and we all met in Delhi in North India, and we travelled together. It worked out really well. I think websites like this are a good idea because lots of people don't want to travel on their own, and it works as long as everyone's reasonably sociable. I'm quite self-confident, and I think I'm an extrovert, so I think I'm quite good at getting on with people and making friends.
Alia.
I had a few months off after university, so I looked on the internet for volunteer work and found a really good website for last-minute volunteer jobs called the Volunteer Community Project. It was good because you can arrange things straight away and they pay your fares and you get basic accommodation and food. You don't earn money, but you don't really spend much either. I went to London and worked there with young children from problem families. I didn't have any experience, but that doesn't matter. You just need to be able to get on with kids and understand what they need. I never realised before, but actually, it seems like I've got a natural talent for teaching children. So it was a really great experience, and now I've decided to train as a primary school teacher.
Brad.
I really needed to earn some money and I couldn't get a proper job. Someone told me about this website called Short Work, where people offer short jobs for a few days or a couple of weeks that they need doing, like helping out with things or fixing things for people. I'm quite good at things like that, and I know a bit about electricity and plumbing. I found this advert for a family who've got a large house and needed someone to do some basic work on it. So I went along and chatted to them, and they gave me the job. I think they could see that I was quite serious about it, and I was determined to work hard. It was really good. I was only there for 2 weeks, but in that time I managed to clear their garden, mend their garden fence, I painted 3 rooms for them, and I got their kitchen light working. So, not bad for 2 weeks' work.
Okay, guys, so you heard 3 people talking. What was the main purpose or the use of the first website? Can anybody tell me? ¿Para qué utilizaban la primera web page? Or the
travel contacts, podían comunicarse con otras personas que ya habían viajado a esos lugares.
Okay. She wanted to go to the Himalayas, right? And she wanted to go alone or maybe with other people? Nikki.
With other people.
She wanted to go to this place with people. So she was using this page to find people, right? To find some people who want to join to her group, her travel. Thank you, Nikki. Yes, this is the right answer. In the first case, we heard that this lady wanted to find some people to join to her travel group. Thank you. What about the next one, number 2, the second conversation? What was he talking about? Did you catch the second conversation?
Volunteer project.
Exactly. It was a volunteer work, right? A volunteer project or maybe a volunteer work. Okay, thank you. What about the last one? Number 3.
That website works shorts because we people need more money. Trabajaban por días o semanas.
For days or weeks, they were looking for short works or employees, right? They were looking for short work offers. So when you look for a job, cuando buscamos un trabajo, en este caso estamos hablando de un trabajo estacional, no un trabajo por un periodo muy cortito de tiempo. Okay, guys, so you heard about these 3 kind of topics, right? The first one was looking for some people to travel with you. Sí, buscar a más gente que quiera unirse a un viaje, looking for more people. The second one was a volunteer work or project. Buscar para más voluntarios para un trabajo de caridad, ¿no? Volunteer work or project. And the third one was to look for a job. Look for a job maybe for short term or short time, right? It was looking for a very short time work. Thank you, guys. So now that you recognize these 3 topics from the listening, we're going to move to the reading section. So we will be reading some advertisements we can find online according to these 3 topics we listen to. Okay, so don't get so worried about this, because this we will be discussing, or we will be reading these 3 small advertisements when we are back from our break. Okay, so as it's almost at 10 a.m., we're going to move to our break. And as I told you before, guys, we're going to start with the reading section, okay? So we were seeing about 3 topics. The first one was to meet or to find some people to go to travel, right? The second one was about volunteer work, right? Acerca del voluntariado. Y la tercera, the third one, was about looking for a short-term work, right? Era buscar o más o menos algo sobre un trabajo de corto tiempo, like days or weeks. So, sorry, to continue, we're going to read these 3 kinds of advertisements, okay? So, what is an advertisement, or an ad, or maybe an advert? Si ustedes encuentran en cualquier lugar la palabra advertisement, or maybe advert, or ad, the 3 words are going to mean the same. Okay, let's say advert. advertisement, then we had advert, and we have ad. The three words mean the same, which is anuncio o publicidad, okay? These are the three words you can use in order to refer to a anuncio. Cuando ustedes quieren referirse a un anuncio publicitario, podrían utilizar cualquiera de estas tres palabras. Advertisement, advert, or ad. Okay? So now that you know the meaning of these three words, we're going to start with the reading. I'm going to ask some of you to help me reading some specific parts of these short adverts. Okay, so pay attention to this because I will ask you to help me reading. Okay, we're going to read the first part of this advertising, letter A. Can you please help me reading this first part, please? Help me reading. Annabelle, can you help me reading this one, please?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
El del cuadrito.
Yes.
Es que tengo. Sí, ahí. Travel, desde el inicio, ¿no? Travel groups, North India and the Himalayas. Come and join using October. Hi there. We're planning a trip to North India and the Himalayas this October, and we're looking for people to join us. We'll be doing some climbing, not too much, and also traveling around in North India. We're meeting will be in Delhi in mid-October and spending about 4 weeks on the road.
Exactly. So we will be spending 4 weeks on the road. Do you know what does it mean on the road? Vamos a pasar 4 semanas on the road. What do you think it is? Any idea?
En camino.
Exacto. Sí, serían 4 semanas de camino, ¿no? O de viaje. A eso se referiría este on the road, sorry. So we're spending about 4 weeks on the road, de camino. Exactly, thank you. Can you now help me with the next part of this advert? Please help me reading the next paragraph, please. Cinderly, can you help me with this one?
Yes, teacher. We're looking for 1 or 2 people, male or female, under 30, recently feel unable to live cheaply. Claiming experience preferred and experience of India will be good too. Ideally, you should be sociable and not too serious like us.
Okay, thank you. So now guys, can you help me with the meaning of this word, fit? What do you think it is the meaning? Cuando ustedes les dicen, no estás muy fit, ¿qué será? No es fit, estoy fat.
Línea o saludable.
Estar en forma. Sí, estar en forma sería fit. I'm not fit, I'm fat. Okay. So, and be able to live cheaply. What do you think it means? ¿Qué significaba cheap?
Barato.
Ajá, significaba barato, exacto. Pero en este adjetivo tenemos la L y la Y que le convierte en un adverbio. ¿Qué significará to live cheaply?
Económicamente.
Sí, exacto. Se refiere a algo económico, ¿no? Para que tenga un contexto un poco más fácil de comprender en español, vamos a utilizar la palabra modestamente, ¿sí? Es decir, alguien que pueda vivir modestamente, que no necesite lujos, que pueda vivir utilizando poco dinero, ¿no? To be able to be cheaply. Okay, climbing experience preferred. Es decir, que necesitamos a alguien que sepa escalar. Ideally, you should be sociable and not too serious. Look at this. No se olviden que todavía estamos viendo uno que otro adjetivo que nos permite describir la personalidad. Aquí tenemos be sociable, ser sociable, and not too serious. No sean tan serios. Okay, thank you. Let's continue with the last part of this reading. Can you help me with the last part, please? Christian, are you there? Can you help me with this part, please?
If this sounds like the drive for you, send a reply plus a photo and we'll get back to you. Christina, Matt, and Rob.
Okay, thank you. So, if it sounds like the trip for you, send us a reply. Sí, si crees que este viaje está hecho para ti, envíame una respuesta. Send me a reply. Vamos a utilizar esta palabrita reply para responder, plus a photo. Además, sí, además el plus, además una foto. And we will get back to you. We'll get back to you. Esta frase, we'll get back to you, quiere decir te contactaremos, ¿no? We'll get back to you. Just let me write over here. Es decir, no nos llame, nosotros le vamos a llamar. Sí, we'll get back to you. Okay, so after reading this short advertisement about meeting some people or joining to a travel group, can you help me, guys, with these questions? Ayúdenme a responder estas preguntas. Okay, let me see. Where is the trip? Do you know where are they going? ¿A dónde se van? ¿A dónde es el viaje? Can you remember where is it? George, where is the trip in this first advertisement?
Creo que mencionó algo de India.
North India.
Los Himalayas, quizás.
Yes, also the Himalayas. Thank you. So we're going to North India because they mentioned the city Delhi, and we have the Himalayas, right? Okay. Just let me see. Himalayas. Yeah. Can you help me, please, with the second one? How many people are they looking for? Do you know how many people? ¿A cuántas personas están invitando al viaje? ¿Cuántas personas necesitan para el viaje?
One or two people.
Okay, yes. One or two people, right? What kind of person are they looking for? How is the personality of the person they are looking for, or the people they are looking for? Are they looking for shy people? Are they looking for funny people? What are they looking for? Okay, can you repeat that, please?
Sociable.
Sociable.
Responsible fit.
Responsible would be. Also something else. There was something else.
Cheaper. Cheaper.
Repeat.
Cheaper.
Friendly, okay, would be. We had a word there. Sociable and not too serious. Sociable and not too serious. So probably we can say that they are looking for funny people or friendly people. Okay, not too serious. Gente que no sea tan seria, ¿no? Tal vez es bueno tener a alguien que nos haga bromas de vez en cuando en el viaje. So, thank you for your answers of this first advertisement about traveling or looking for people to travel with. Now we're going to move to the second advertisement. Let's see, I'm going to ask again to some of you to help me reading aloud this second advert, okay? So we have volunteer community project. Can you help me reading this one, please? George, can you help me reading this part, please?
Okay, volunteer needed. And duties include teaching English, art, maths, etc., as well as leading educational playgroups. Support will be given by local teachers or project staff. Occasionally, volunteers will be asked to help with domestic duties, such as preparing meals and keeping the classrooms and gardens clean, to help to create a happy and healthy atmosphere for the children.
Yes, exactly. So, what's the meaning of a staff? Do you know? I'm not saying stuff, but staff. Sí, en este caso esta palabrita staff significa el equipo, ¿no? Cuando nos referimos a un equipo de trabajo. Here we have a project staff, the project staff, el equipo del proyecto. Y las personas que son parte de este proyecto. Duties. Do you know what's the meaning of duties?
Responsabilidades.
Exacto, las responsabilidades, las tareas, ¿no? Las tareas, los quehaceres. En este caso tenemos las tareas, las responsabilidades o los quehaceres domésticos. With domestic duties. Okay. So let's continue with the next part. Can you help me reading the next part, Anita? Help me with the second part, please.
Volunteers should be able to start work next month. No qualification required, but candidates should have a positive and outgoing personality and be good with young children. Please send a CV and short personal profile.
Exactly, thank you. So we have here no qualifications required. What do you think they mean by this? ¿Qué significará o qué querrán decir con esto? No qualifications required. Look at this. This phrase is very similar to no experience needed. Si no se necesita ninguna habilidad en particular, a eso se refiere, no necesitamos ninguna habilidad o destreza en específico. No es requerida ninguna habilidad o destreza de forma específica, ¿no? Es decir, que cualquiera puede aplicar para este trabajo. No qualifications required. Pero lo único que piden, miren, no piden que sean habilidosos en algo en específico o especialistas en algo en específico, sino más bien que tengan a positive and outgoing personality, ¿sí? Una personalidad extrovertida y positiva, con los niños, with young children. What's the meaning of CB? Do you know? Please send a CV and a short personal profile.
Curriculum vitae.
Exacto, el currículum vitae o la hoja de vida, ¿no es cierto? Aquí nos dice, please send the CV and a short personal profile. Thank you. So now we know how do we or how can we ask for volunteers. Ya sabemos cómo podemos pedir voluntarios para un trabajo, ¿no? O hacer un anuncio atractivo para que haya más voluntarios. Can you tell me, guys, what are the main responsibilities of this job? ¿Cuáles eran las responsabilidades principales en este trabajo? What do you have to do in this work? ¿Qué debíamos hacer? ¿Sobre qué era este voluntariado?
Teaching, teacher.
Teaching, exactly. You need to teach. To whom? To old people, teenagers, or children? ¿A quién iban a enseñar ustedes?
Children.
Children, right. Children, exactly. So we were, this volunteer is mainly for teaching children, maths, arts, and so on. Okay, when does the work start? Can you remember? ¿Cuándo empezaban este voluntariado? When are they starting?
Next month.
Next month, okay. Exactly. And what kind of people are they looking for? Remember, we have no qualifications needed, but no necesitaban alguien con una habilidad en específico, pero sí que sea ¿qué?
Positive.
Positive. Exactly. And what else?
Outgoing.
Exactly. A positive and outgoing person, okay? Alguien extrovertido y que tenga una actitud positiva, ¿no? Positive and outgoing. Thank you, guys. So, let's check the last advertisement, okay? Vamos al último anuncio. Remember that we have a work advertisement. Teníamos un anuncio de trabajo. This is very short. So I'm going to ask just one of you to help me reading the whole ad, okay? Can you help me reading this, please, Fausto? Wanted help?
Yes, teacher. Wanted help me help with garden and house. Yeah. We are a big family. There are small children, and we need help with work on our garden and house for 2 weeks. Jobs that need doing include general work in the garden, painting the house, fixing electrical programs. No experience needed, but you should be good at fixing things and happy to work hard. Payment to be arranged. Reply to Mel and Nick.
Exactly, thank you. So we have a work or a job advertisement right here. And let me see the question so we can continue. This is not so difficult. You know almost all the words in here. No experience needed. Si no se necesita ningún tipo de experiencia, right? No experience needed, but you should be good at fixing things. Pero debe ser bueno en los siguientes campos, ¿no? Arreglar cosas y querer trabajar, ¿no? Be happy to work. Payment will be arranged. Payment will be arranged. El pago será acordado. Es decir, cuando ustedes vayan a realizar el trabajo, ahí se ponen de acuerdo para el pago, ¿no? Payment will be arranged. So, can you help me with some information about this a small advert? What does the job involve? What do you have to do in this job? What task do you have to do? Jennifer, what do you have to do in this job?
Sorry, teacher, no se le escucha bien, se entrecorta.
What do you have to do in this job? ¿Qué teníamos que hacer en este trabajo, en este anuncio de trabajo?
Painting, fixing electric problems.
Yes, paint the house, fix electrical problems, yes.
¿Qué más? In the garden también creo que era.
Sí, like work in the garden. And what about number 2? Thank you, Jenny. Can you help me with number 2, please? Juliet, what experience is needed? None experience, okay? We don't need any experience. Required. Pero ¿en qué debemos ser buenos? What do you think? No se necesita experiencia, pero debemos ser buenos ¿en qué?
Fixing things, teacher.
Exactly. Fixing things. We don't need any experience, but we need to be good at fixing things. And how long is it going to be this work? Do you know? ¿Por qué tiempo? ¿Por cuánto tiempo es este trabajo? 2 weeks, exactly. 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks of work and payment will be. Exactly, guys. So here we have 3 different examples of how to make an advert. Don't forget that we need to follow some steps in order to do it. Okay, so in some cases we're going to we're going to start with we or you, okay? En algunos casos nosotros empezamos con un sujeto. En algunas oraciones, ¿no? Empezamos directamente con el sujeto. We need a volunteer. Necesitamos un voluntario. Nosotros necesitamos un voluntario. En otros anuncios, you're going to start with impersonal nouns, or you're going to use some impersonal nouns like jobs or duties. ¿Recuerdan ustedes en cuál de los anuncios hablábamos de trabajos o tareas? Jobs or duties.
Short works.
In short works. So it was in letter C. And what about duties? También hablábamos de las tareas, ¿no? Domésticas.
Volunteer community.
Exactly, in volunteer work. pueden ustedes utilizar este tipo de palabras, ¿no? Impersonal nouns, like jobs or duties. What adverb use sentences with formal words such as candidates or volunteers? ¿En cuál de estos anuncios podíamos encontrar las palabras volunteers or candidates? ¿En cuál de ellas encontraban ustedes esta palabra? Candidates or maybe volunteers.
In the volunteers community.
In the advert of volunteers, very good. What about using some passive verb forms? Utilizar formas del pasivo. Are needed. For example, where do you see some passive forms?
Volunteers and works.
Okay, we have once again in volunteer work. And yes, we have some forms of the passive voice. Hay algunas formas del pasivo, ¿no? For example, we had to be arranged. See, payment to be arranged. We had also, where is it? Support will be given. ¿Sí? La ayuda será entregada. So support will be given. That would be some passive forms. Ahí tenemos unas cuantas formas del pasivo. Let's continue with the next. In which one are you using this kind of words such as, for example, hi there. Un anuncio que sea así de informal, que diga hola. Tal vez hablar de arreglar cosas, de regresar algo. What do you think? Hi there, get back, fixing things. In which adverts do we use these expressions? ¿En qué anuncios podemos ver estas expresiones?
Letter C.
Okay, in the last one, yes. Where else? ¿Dónde más?
Travel groups, letter A.
Yes, in travel groups would be letter A, exactly. And in which of these adverts do we use the exclamation mark? ¿En dónde pueden ver ustedes un signo de admiración? ¿En cuál de los tres anuncios tenemos por ahí un signo de admiración?
In the travel groups.
Yes, in the travel group. Letter A, exactly. Thank you, guys. So, here we have some sections. In the adverts, you have some sections, okay? Hay algunas secciones que debemos cumplir o que deben incluirse dentro de un anuncio. See, for example, here we have, in this part, let me show you and let me make it a little bit more big so everybody knows where are we. Okay. Let me erase this. So, what do you think it's going to be first? Tells the reader what to do next, give details, show briefly what the advert is about, or says what kind of person they are looking for. Tenemos estas 4 frases. Sí, tenemos 4 frases. Tells the reader what to do next. Decirle al lector qué es lo que hay que hacer después. Dar detalles. ¿Sí? Indicar o de forma breve de qué es el anuncio. Y decir qué tipo de persona estamos buscando para lo que sea, para un trabajo, para voluntariado o lo que sea. Ayúdenme a reconocer cuál va primero de acuerdo a estos números. Miren, aquí tenemos ya numerados los párrafos. ¿Qué creen que va primero? What do you think comes first? Number 1, we have North India and the Himalayas. Come and join us in October. So, which one goes first? ¿Cuál sería la primera opción? Aquí tenemos, miren, cuatro partes, ¿no? Del anuncio. ¿A qué nos referimos con la primera? Tell the reader what to do next. What do you
Letter
think?
C.
Letter C, right? En el título ya estamos explicando básicamente qué es lo que vamos a hacer, ¿cierto? Go to the Himalayas and travel with some people, okay? The second part, what do you think it's going to be? Give details, tells the reader what to do next, says what kind of person they are looking for. What do you think? ¿Qué irá después? Miren, el número 2 tenemos, we're planning a trip to North India and the Himalayas. We're looking for people to join us. We will do some climbing, not so much, and also traveling around North India. We're meeting up in Delhi in mid-October and spending about 4 weeks on the road. What is it about? ¿De qué se trata este pequeño párrafo? Are we telling the reader what to do next? Are we giving details? What do you
Letter
think?
B.
Exactly. Es decir, que hasta ahorita para hacer un anuncio atractivo, ustedes van a tener que primero dar un título o escribir un título que sea atractivo, ¿no? Y que nos pueda ya dar una idea de lo que están buscando, de lo que quieren hacer. Luego vamos a dar un poco de detalles del trabajo, del voluntariado o del viaje al que vayamos. ¿Sí? La tercera, what do you think it's going to be? Tell the reader what to do or says what kind of person they are looking for.
And the last one, letter D.
Yes. Looking or saying what kind of person they are looking for. Aparte de describir a dónde van o qué trabajo tienen que hacer o dónde lo van a realizar, también tenemos que explicar qué tipo de personas encajan en el perfil de lo que estamos buscando, ¿no? What kind of people are we looking for? ¿Qué tipo de personas estamos buscando para este trabajo, para este voluntariado, para este viaje? And finally, we have to tell the reader what to do next. Para finalizar, debemos decirles, ¿no es cierto?, a los lectores, qué es lo que deben hacer. Por ejemplo, si nosotros leemos, are you good at maths? Do you want to be a volunteer? Come and join us. ¿Sí? ¿Eres bueno en matemáticas? ¿Te gusta enseñar? Únete a nosotros para el trabajo de voluntariado en tal y tal lugar. necesitamos una persona proactiva y que tenga una actitud positiva, etcétera, etcétera. Y al finalizar, ¿qué podemos decirles? Tells the reader what to do next. ¿Qué deben hacer después? Si ustedes dicen, sí, yo cumplo con todos los requisitos para este trabajo, pues lo último será decirles, you can contact me. Sí, pueden contactarme al siguiente mail, puede llamar al siguiente número. You can write to this or reply to this email. Puede contestar o puede enviar un mensaje a este mail, a esta página. O también podemos añadir frases como no qualifications needed. ¿Sí? No se necesita ninguna habilidad o no experience needed. No necesitamos experiencia previa, ¿no? En este trabajo. Eso es importante añadir. Incluso ustedes también pueden describir, ¿no? En el tipo de persona que están buscando, no solo la característica de la personalidad, sino también si buscan hombres o mujeres para el trabajo, o si necesitan pasada cierta edad o en un rango de edad. ¿Sí? Y al finalizar solo les decimos qué es lo que deben hacer, a dónde deben escribir o con quién deben hablar. ¿Ok? So that's why in some cases you had, look at this, reply to Mel and Nick. Sí, en algunos casos ya tenían ahí a quién deben contestar. Reply to Mel and Nick. Okay, guys. Thank you. You helped me with these short adverts. And now, you're going to help me with your classwork, with your today's classwork, okay? Try to follow one of the 3 adverts we saw as example. Sí, vamos a tratar de utilizar uno de los modelos, cualquiera de los 3 modelos que tenemos ahí para hacer nuestro classwork del día de hoy. And today, what are we going to do? Let me show you guys. You are going to write an informal online advert, okay? You're going to write an advert, but you need to choose one of these 3 situations. Tenemos 3 situaciones aquí. Ustedes van a escoger una de las 3, just one. You're traveling somewhere and you want more people to join you to make a group. ¿Sí? Van a viajar a algún lugar, no sé, imagínense ustedes a qué lugar les gustaría viajar y quieren ir con más gente, ¿sí? Están buscando gente que quiere ir con ustedes al viaje. That's option number 1. Let's move to option number 2. In option number 2, we have you're organizing a charity work and you want to take some volunteers to help you. ¿Sí? En este caso estamos buscando voluntarios para ayudarnos en una tarea de labor social. ¿Sí? Ahí ya depende de ustedes qué labor social quieren poner en contexto. Okay. In number 3, we have you want to employ someone to work with you for a couple of weeks. Quieren o necesitan a alguien que les ayude un par de semanas. Ya depende de ustedes el trabajo que le quieran dar. Maybe you're looking some people to help you, I don't know, to paint a house, or maybe you want some people to help you building some, I don't know, dog houses, casas para perros. Si quieren ustedes hacer la casa para perro y necesitan ayuda, tal vez pueden contratar a alguien, etcétera, etcétera, okay? You are going to choose any of the options. What do you need to take into account to write this advert? ¿Qué necesitamos saber para o tener en cuenta para escribir estos anuncios? You need to give a headline that draw attention to your advert. Tiene que ser un título, ¿sí? Que llame la atención de la gente y que quiera, ¿no? Leer su anuncio. Entonces traten de que el título sea llamativo. Describe the situation. Vayan a describir qué es lo que hay que hacer en el trabajo. ¿Ok? Remember also to talk about what kind of person are you looking for. No se olviden de especificar qué tipo de persona están buscando. Hombres, mujeres, tal vez los dos, mayores de edad, menores de edad o de 30 a 40 años, que sean sociables, que sean tímidos, I don't know. Okay, and the last point you need to cover is that people reply you, okay? Ask for a reply. Es decir, pedir que la gente se comunique con ustedes o les responda. ¿Con quién deben comunicarse? ¿A qué mail deben escribir? Okay? So this is going to be your classwork for today. You need to write from 60 to 80 words approximately. And for this activity, you're going to have 15 minutes, guys. 15 minutos para hacer esta actividad. Can you guys tell me what do we have to do? Can you help me with that? Michael, what do we have to do? Sí, Michael.
Tenemos que hacer eligiendo cualquiera de estas actividades que tenemos aquí. ¿Sí me escucha, Alicia?
Yes.
Ya, y tenemos que elegir una de estas actividades y crear un anuncio.
Exacto, un anuncio. Thank you, Israel. Can you help me with that time? How much time do we have for this activity? Lisette, how much time do we have? ¿Cuánto tiempo tenemos para esta actividad? Hello, Lisette.
Sí, teacher, ya estaba apagado el micrófono. Perdón.
How much
15
time? Yes, 15 minutes. Thank you. Tanya, are we working a lot alone or maybe are we working in groups? ¿Cómo vamos a trabajar, Tania?
Hello?
Exactly, alone. This is going to be individual, guys. Este trabajo va a ser individual. Did you get the link in your chat, in your Zoom chat? ¿Les llegó el link?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, guys. So, open the link, start writing your advert. Vayan abriendo el link. Vamos a escribiendo nuestro anuncio. No se olviden de poner su nombre, por favor, because this is going to be your classwork, okay? Este va a ser el día de hoy. Por lo tanto, a ponerle muchas ganas a este trabajo, pueden utilizar los adverts que tenemos en el libro como modelo, como guía. ¿Sí? The adverts are on pages 52 and 53 from your books. Así que pueden revisar la página 52 y 53 para que tengan una guía de cómo serían sus anuncios. Okay, guys, we have 15 minutes to complete this classwork. Tenemos 15 minutos para completar este classwork. And your 15 minutes start now, guys. Empiezan ya sus 15 minutos. 10 minutes, guys, 10 minutes. Okay. This is your chance, exactly. Fausto, si vas a mencionar que es un tour, primero irían las ciudades y después la palabra tour. Es decir, Salinas en Montañita Tour. Well done. Thank you for changing this. The journey of your dreams. Excellent. So I'm very eager to read. Luisito, volunteer, Portuguese volunteers. Sí, primero iría la palabra portugués, voluntarios de portugués. Portuguese volunteer teachers needed. Então, você precisa os professores. Okay. Good, 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 guys. Job opportunity. We have easy work. We have football coach. Josie, si necesitas un entrenador de fútbol, podrías añadir en la última parte, después de coach needed. Sí, entrenador de fútbol. Necesitamos o buscamos entrenador de fútbol. Football coach needed.
Debería ser más llamativo, entonces ya le cambio.
O sea, lo único que te pido es que si me dices solo football coach, me dices de entrenador de fútbol, pero yo no entiendo qué pasa con el entrenador de fútbol. Sí, si tú eres entrenadora de fútbol, si buscas un entrenador de fútbol, entonces, si tú estás buscando algo, esta palabrita needed va a ir al final.
Ya.
Angie, si quieres que tu anuncio o el título de tu anuncio sea más atractivo, puedes añadir las exclamation marks at the end. Help Africa. Y signo de exclamación, exactly. Thank you. Yes. Okay, let me read some others. Okay, excellent. So I can see some of your works. Gaby has already finished. Great. No te olvides, Gaby, de poner a dónde pueden contactarte, ¿no? ¿Cómo se puede hacer para conseguir el puesto?
Yes, teacher, eso me falta.
Nikki, the same. ¿A quién deben escribir, Nikki, para tener o ingresar? Exactly. Contact to Nicole. Great, guys. We have 5 minutes. Come on. Okay. So don't panic if you couldn't upload the evidence right now. Sorry. You can do it up to 1 p.m. Pueden subir la evidencia hasta la 1. Okay. Now, what are we going to do next, guys? We're going to have a very short and fast review of last class and this class content, okay? So I'm going to share with you the screen. Les voy a compartir la pantalla. Sé que no todos están con un buen internet el día de hoy. ¿Sí? Estamos con ciertos problemas de internet, por lo tanto, vamos a conectarnos al Kahoot que les voy a compartir el día de hoy. ¿Sí? Las personas que tengan la posibilidad de hacerlo, que su internet les permita hacerlo. ¿Ok? So, what is going to be this Kahoot about? Well, you know, this Kahoot is going to be about unit number 4, the whole unit number 4. Vamos a revisar la unidad número 4. You're going to have 17 questions, guys. 17 questions about vocabulary and some other topics that we covered during this unit number 4. So let me share with you the screen so everybody can see and you can join to the Kahoot, okay? So this is it. On your screen, you may see the Kahoot, right? You have the code on your screen. 2012705, okay? This is your code. Ahí tenemos el código del Kahoot. El día de hoy vamos a hacer un repaso de la unidad número 4. Ok. Thank you, Miguelito. Miguelito is here. Okay. Jamie as well. Thank you, Lisette, Anita, Joanna. Okay, we have more players. George, Steffi, Gabby, Steve. Okay, Luis is also here. Thank you, guys. Ryan, welcome. Christian. Saulo as well. Thank you, guys. Okay. The main point of this Kahoot is to make the review, a review of Unit 4 topic. Okay, guys, we have Michelle is back. Cinderly joined as well. Let's start, guys, with the Kahoot, okay? It doesn't matter if you couldn't join to the Kahoot. We're just going to make the review. Si no logran conectarse al Kahoot, no importa, vayan escuchando y siendo parte del repaso que vamos a hacer. So, let's start, guys. The time is going to be very short, so you need to be very fast. Si el tiempo para responder es muy corto, you just have 20 seconds. Así que tenemos que tratar de responder lo antes posible. Okay, let's start. Question number 1, guys. Number 1, do children always reach their full potential as adults? What would you choose? Amused children, talented children, fascinated children, or experienced children? What do you think? Exactly, talented children, right? Hablábamos en la unidad lección 4A sobre las personas talentosas o los niños talentosos, right? Good. Let's continue with the next, number 2. At school, my brother used to be at maths. Used to be brilliant, used to be clever, used to be intelligent, or used to be satisfied. What do you think? Hurry up. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we have here the same amount of people who chose brilliant and the ones who chose intelligent. Okay. Generalmente nosotros no decimos yo soy o él es muy inteligente en las matemáticas, ¿no? Sino más bien él es brillante, él es bueno en las matemáticas. Sí, brilliant es un sinónimo de intelligent que iría muy bien para describir esta situación. At school, my brother used to be brilliant at maths. Okay, let's move to the next one. Wow, the scores really changed. Number 3, Ian always looks very, ¿cómo se ve este sujeto? This guy, Ian, looks very even when he's telling a joke. Serious, relaxing, sociable, or lively? What do you think? He's very serious, guys. He's a very serious man. Exactly. Let's continue with number 4. Rachel has the to play almost any musical instrument. She has the achievement. She has the attitude. She has the ability or the success. What does she have? What do you think? Of course, she has the ability, right? She has the ability to play any musical instrument. Okay, let's move to number 5. I love listening to Grandpa's stories. Grandpa's fascinated stories, fascinating stories, boring stories, or bored stories. What do you think? Fascinating stories. That's right, guys. Estamos describiendo a las historias del abuelito. Recuerden que cuando ustedes están calificando o describiendo algo, ¿sí? Van a utilizar el ing, fascinating, a las historias fascinantes del abuelito. Si termina el adjetivo en ed es porque hablamos de un sentimiento, de lo que yo o alguien más está sintiendo internamente, ¿ok? Let's move to the next. Number 6. Katy is talkative and friendly, but her twin sister is, ¿cuál será lo opuesto de talkative and friendly? We're almost done. Okay, yes, the opposite of talkative and friendly would be shy. I love Ben's positive attitude. Let's continue with the next, guys. Well done. Number 15, Kelly was that she didn't win the competition. So she was feeling terrified, serious, busy, disappointed. What do you think she was feeling? Okay, she was disappointed. That's right. Ella estaba decepcionada, se sentía decepcionada porque no ganó la competencia. Exactly. Let's move to question 16. We all love listening to our teachers' stories. How are the teachers' stories? Boring, amusing, disappointing, or maybe serious? What do you think? Yes, we all love listening to our teachers' amusing stories about her trip around the world. Let's continue with the next and final question, guys. Mozart So, what do you use? Which one would you choose? Acuérdense de qué frase ocupábamos para tareas complicadas. Okay, this one was divided. Some of you chose could and managed to, can and be able to. Why the red one is the correct one? ¿Por qué la roja es la correcta? Mozart, sí, Mozart ya murió, ¿no es cierto? Entonces estamos hablando del pasado. Mozart could play. Él podía tocar y escribir música antes de los 5 años. He could play and write music before he was 5. And acuérdense que manage to lo ocupábamos para referirnos a una tarea, a una actividad que nos costaba un poco más de esfuerzo o trabajo realizar. Sí, significaba arreglárselas, como ingeniárselas para lograr algo. En este caso, and managed to complete an opera at 11. Sí, él se las arregló para escribir una ópera completa a los 11. Entonces, la frase correcta sería managed to. Okay, guys, so let me see how are today's scores. Vamos a ver el puntaje del día de hoy. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations to George. You got the 3rd place this time. Congratulations. Also to Brian for the 2nd place. And congratulations to Anita. Anita got the 1st place this time. Thank you also to Melanie and Saulo. You got the 4th and 5th place each. Thank you guys for participating in this Kahoot. In this way, we have reviewed a little bit of last unit content, okay? Sorry about the noise, guys, but someone arrived home and my dogs are barking like crazy. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you something, the last thing, okay? Pay attention to the following thing. Okay, let me share with you the last thing we're gonna do. Vamos a lo último, chicos. What are you going to do for next class, guys? Next class, you need to complete unit number 4 from your Cambridge platform, okay? So unit number 4 will be fully covered, okay? La unidad 4 completamente terminada en su plataforma de Cambridge, de manera que no se les acumule el trabajo. Something else you're gonna do, guys. You have to fill this short exercise about question tags, okay? Don't forget about the exceptions. No se olviden o tomen muy en cuenta las excepciones, ¿sí? ¿Qué es lo que vamos a realizar? La siguiente clase, ustedes, bueno, hasta el viernes a medianoche, ustedes deberán completar este ejercicio, este trabajo acerca del uso de las question tags, ¿ok? So, on your screen, you're seeing the exercise, right? ¿Pueden ver en su pantalla el ejercicio? Can you confirm me that, please?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so I'm happy that you can see. This is not a difficult exercise. It's going to take you no more than 10 or 15 minutes to make it. No les va a llevar más de unos 15 minutos de hacerlo. Pongan mucha atención a las question tags que deben ir realizando. ¿Sí? Acuérdense de las excepciones. So, here you have 19 sentences. 19 oraciones a las que les vamos a ir ubicando la question tag correspondiente. For example, in number 1, how would it be? ¿Cómo nos quedaría la número 1? Can you help me, guys? There's some cake left in the fridge. ¿Esta oración es afirmativa o negativa?
Afirmativa.
Afirmativa. Entonces la question tag va a ser negativa, ¿no es cierto?
Aren't they?
Ok.
There. Aren't they there?
Mucho ojo a los apóstrofes. There is. Hay uno.
Isn't there?
Isn't there.
Isn't there?
Exactly, guys. mucho ojo, no se me emocionen, a veces nos emocionamos y nos olvidamos de observar bien. ¿Ok? Isn't there? Algo adicional, no se olviden de ubicar la question mark al final, ¿sí? Es muy importante ocupar el signo de pregunta al final. Isn't there? Vamos a la siguiente, ayúdenme con la segunda. You always sleep till late on Sundays. Affirmative or negative?
Affirmative.
Affirmative, ¿no es cierto? Entonces la question tag va a ser negative. ¿Cómo nos diría? You always sleep.
Don't you?
Exactly, es tiempo presente, ¿verdad? Para el presente ocupábamos el auxiliar do or does. En este caso con el sujeto you, pues vamos a ocupar do. Como era negativa, ustedes me dijeron, don't you? Right? So you sleep, you always still sleep till late on Sundays, don't you? Solo como un tip extra adicional, ustedes es muy probable que ustedes escuchen en el inglés americano la pronunciación don't ya, como ye y ya, ¿sí? Es lo mismo, estamos diciendo exactamente lo mismo, don't you, pero ya en el lenguaje hablado ustedes van a escuchar un sonido muy diferente, ¿no? La gente generalmente dice don't ya o don't ya, ¿sí? Es solo un tip extra adicional. Ese sería nuestro homework para la siguiente clase. Todavía no les había creado esta actividad para que no se confundan. Sí, porque la vez anterior me parece que subieron el classwork al homework. Entonces así no nos confundimos. Ya les voy a crear la actividad del homework. Pueden hacer esta actividad, como les decía, hasta el viernes a medianoche. No está complicado y pongan mucha atención a lo que sigue, chicos. Ya sabemos qué es lo que vamos a hacer la siguiente clase, ¿verdad? Can you please remind me what do we have for next class, Gaby? ¿Qué tenemos para la siguiente clase?
Tenemos que avanzar en la plataforma y realizar el homework.
Exactly. You need to make the homework and you need to fill all the unit for platform task, okay? What am I going to do now, guys? ¿Qué voy a hacer? Y esto sí les prometo es lo último que vamos a hacer el día de hoy. Y es, les voy a compartir de qué se va a tratar su project este semestre, okay? So be very attentive to the following information. Just give me a second because I need to close the door. As I was telling you, I'm going to explain you what is going to be your project about. Les voy a explicar de qué se va a tratar el proyecto este semestre, ¿sí? Ustedes me parece que ya hicieron un par de, o han visto algunos de ustedes, varias TED Talks, ¿verdad? Confírmenme, chicos. ¿Han visto las charlas de TED Talk?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, yes. What are you going to do, guys? As this is your last semester, como es su último semestre, y necesitamos hacer un compendio global de todo lo que han aprendido, esta va a ser una excelente oportunidad para que ustedes hagan un speech. ¿Qué significa un speech? ¿Qué es un speech? Un speech es un discurso pequeño, ¿sí? Más o menos como los de TED Talk. Los TED Talks tenemos conferencias que van desde 15 minutos hasta media hora, a veces de 10 minutos. El tiempo puede variar dependiendo de la temática. But your project, it's going to last from 5 to 10 minutes. ¿Sí? Va a ir de 8, de 5 a 10 minutos su discurso. What is going to be your speech about? ¿De qué van a hablar? Pueden revisar los temas que hemos visto en el libro. ¿Sí? You can choose any topic related to the book. Maybe you want to talk about communication, or maybe about languages, learning languages, or maybe how important is English in your life, for example. Or maybe you want to talk about technology, that with this pandemic situation, we have been using a lot technology. Or maybe you want to talk about relationships, about friendship, about your family, about the personality, or any other topic you want to talk, ¿ok? Pueden elegir temas relacionados a lo que hemos visto en el libro, o pueden elegir un tema que en realidad sea algo relacionado a algo que les apasione. Something that matters to you guys, ¿ok? Algo que les importe, que ustedes hagan, que se sientan identificados, ¿ok? That catches your attention. So, you're going to record yourself a video. Se van a grabar ustedes un video, como les decía, de unos 5 a 10 minutos, de 8 a 10 minutos más o menos, hablando de este tema. ¿Sí? Van a dar un discurso. Acuérdense de las TED Talks. ¿Sí? Acuérdense como ejemplo, sigan las TED Talks. Acuérdense cómo era el fondo. ¿Sí? Ahora que ustedes cuentan con herramientas tecnológicas, pueden utilizar un fondo ahí como si estuvieran dando una conferencia, un auditorio. ¿Sí? Van a utilizar un fondo neutro, algo que les permita a ustedes dar una conferencia linda, ¿no? You can use some slides as well. ¿Sí? Pueden utilizar o pueden valerse de algunas imágenes, ¿no? Como diapositivas o imágenes que pueden ustedes ir añadiendo al video como una ayuda o como para que sea visualmente atractivo a su audiencia. Okay, guys. Maybe you are a little bit freaked out. Tal vez están asustados por el tema del project. It's not so difficult, guys. No es tan difícil. Necesitan enfocarse en lo siguiente. First, you need to know that less is more. ¿Sí? Menos es más. No nos compliquemos hablando y dando la vuelta al asunto y no llegando a nada. ¿Sí? Más bien vamos a ser concretos. Hay que elegir el tema. Para elegir el tema, yo les decía, necesita ser algo que les apasione. ¿Sí? Si ustedes no tienen idea de cómo encontrar algo que les apasiona, un tema que les interesa, también les he dejado las pistas. ¿Sí? Si ustedes siguen en las siguientes páginas, ustedes tienen 1.000.000 de anexos o ayudas para que puedan crear su proyecto. ¿Sí? Si no tienen idea de cuál es el tema que quieren escoger, pueden hacer o responderse estas preguntas que van a encontrar dentro de este documento. No se preocupen por el documento que ya les voy a enviar al grupo de WhatsApp para que no tengan ningún problema en ir realizándolo, ¿ok? So, the first step, find your passion. ¿Sí? Encuentren lo que les gusta, lo que les apasiona. Si no saben cómo hacerlo, vayan respondiendo estas preguntas para que puedan ustedes ir enfocando su tema del discurso. Okay, here we have 2 pages that can be helpful for you to find your passion. Les va a ayudar a encontrar su tema, cuál es su pasión en la vida, okay? Something you need to know to make a good speech is to connect people through story. ¿Ok? Para que la gente les preste atención o quiera seguir escuchándoles en su discurso, podemos valernos de estos tips. You can talk about your personal story. You can share your personal story. You can talk about other people's stories. And you can also use, or you can also maybe take as an example the story of some companies or some brand success, okay? So we have 3 points right here. To make more attractive your speech, you can also connect with people by telling your own story. Pueden conectar con la audiencia hablándoles o contándoles un poco de su experiencia en el tema. ¿Sí? Una experiencia personal, algo que les haya sucedido. Si no quieren hablar de ustedes, pueden también utilizar las historias de personas que conozcan. No necesariamente necesitan decir el nombre, no, fulanito le pasó esto, no. Solo vamos a conversar, vamos a dar un ejemplo, ¿no? De historias referente al tema que estamos hablando. O podemos también tomar como ejemplo tal vez alguna empresa que realizó o que tuvo éxito en el tema que nosotros estamos exponiendo en el video. ¿Ok? Something else you need to add to your speech. Acuérdense que primero todos los días aprendemos algo. Yo aprendo de ustedes a veces cuando están despiertos aprenden algo de mí, pero lo que tratamos o buscamos con estos speech es que la gente pueda aprender algo nuevo, ¿sí? Tal vez si a ustedes les apasiona o van a hablar sobre el cuidado de suculentas. Let's say that it's something you love to do. Puede ser que alguien aprenda algo nuevo, ¿no? Tal vez aprendemos que no debemos plantarles en qué sé yo, en floreros redonditos, sino darles un espacio más grande y que hay que regarles 5 veces al día. I don't know. Maybe something new we're going to get from that speech, ¿ok? Algo nuevo va a salir de ese video o de ese discurso que ustedes van a dar. Como yo les decía al inicio, less is more, ¿sí? Menos es más. Para no confundirse ustedes mismos y no confundirnos a la audiencia, deben estructurar bien su speech, su discurso. Es decir, cómo van a empezar, cómo van a saludar. Van a iniciar con una frase, van a iniciar con una quote, tal vez con un dicho de alguien famoso. Van a empezar con una historia personal. ¿Cómo van a empezar? ¿Sí? Adicional, para que la gente pueda recordar lo que ustedes están diciendo, podríamos ocupar esta regla, the rule of 3, ¿ok? The rule of 3 says that people are more willing to remember things if you just divide these things into 3 groups, okay? If you say there is just 3 steps for passing English level, you're going to pay attention, right? Si yo les digo, hay solo 3 pasos o 3 requerimientos para que ustedes pasen inglés, ustedes van a estar así, pero parando oreja, ¿no es cierto? ¿Cuáles son esos 3 pasos que tengo que seguir para pasar a inglés? Right? Entonces, lo mismo nos puede servir para nuestro discurso. 3 main ideas, guys. 3 main ideas. Podemos utilizar la regla de 3, es decir, hablar de 3 puntos principales de nuestro discurso. If you want some examples, you have them, ¿ok? Si quieren algunos ejemplos también tienen, miren aquí dentro de las diapositivas que les puse, que les preparé, hay algunos ejemplos para que ustedes puedan ver cómo desarrollar un discurso o una charla de estas. ¿Ok, guys? Something you need to take into account is that you can use props and demos. ¿Sí? Pueden utilizar ejemplos. ¿Sí? Ejemplos. Statistics. Podemos utilizar estadísticas. Si queremos referirnos a algo, por ejemplo, el 95% de los estudiantes necesitan seguir los 3 siguientes pasos. O de acuerdo a la investigación del, I don't know, the Cambridge University, we need blah, 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 okay? You can introduce some statistics as well. Pueden incluir estadísticas, números, imágenes o fotos, pictures, images or videos as well. You can use memorable headlines, okay? Podemos utilizar tal vez un par de frases llamativas, memorables, que nos llamen la atención. And as we have been telling before, we can talk about some personal stories. Podemos hablar también de historias personales, como decíamos anteriormente. What you don't have to do in a speech. Esto es importante, chicos. ¿Qué no debemos hacer o que no debemos incluir en un discurso? O cuando damos una charla a una audiencia amplia. Okay? Don't say some jokes. You know, in your audience, you're going to have a large group of people. Generalmente en nuestras audiencias tenemos un grupo grande de personas. No sabemos a quién vamos a llegar. No sabemos qué tan susceptible puede ser la gente a cierto tipo de bromas. Por lo tanto, es mejor hacer bromas ligeras, no bromas que puedan ser tomadas como una ofensa por la audiencia, ¿sí? Evitar ese tipo de bromas pesadas o que pueden ser tomadas con doble sentido. Eso no solo para su project, eso les va a servir para la vida, chicos. So, pay attention to this. Okay? What's the point with this speech? ¿Sí? ¿Cuál es el punto? ¿Para qué sirve o cómo? ¿Por qué les mando a hacer este speech? Not just because you're going to apply all the knowledge you have been getting through these 5 levels of English, but also because you need to express or to leave something memorable. Sí, vamos a dejar algo memorable, algo que no sea difícil de olvidar para las siguientes generaciones de inglés. Okay? It's important that in your speech we can see something. Sí, es muy importante que mientras ustedes estén dando el discurso, la audiencia o la gente, en este caso yo, que voy a ser su audiencia, pueda verles. Y si yo puedo verles, ustedes pueden ocupar imágenes, ¿no? Como ayuda para explicar mejor su discurso. Pueden valerse de imágenes, de fotos, de sonidos, ¿sí? Algo muy importante. Nosotros vamos a estar viendo, bueno, en mi caso, yo voy a estar viendo cuál es su lenguaje corporal, ¿sí? ¿Cuál es su lenguaje corporal? Si ustedes están así, están, pero uy, que se tocan, que se mueven las manos, que no se atinan, ¿sí? O cómo es. Si están relajados, your shoulders are relaxed, maybe you're moving your hands according to the topic, you're speaking according to what you're saying, okay? ¿Cómo está el tono de su voz? Si va de acuerdo a lo que ustedes están contando. Por ejemplo, yo les decía a los chicos del otro curso, ustedes no pueden decir, the thing is that my dog died yesterday. ¿Sí? Mi perro murió ayer y yo estoy jijijiji, jajajaja. No, right? We need to make sense with our body language and the tone of our voice. Debe ser consecuente el tono de voz que vamos a utilizar en nuestro video con el lenguaje corporal que ocupamos. Sí, es decir, no puedo estar contando algo triste y estarme riendo, ¿no? Debe ir de acuerdo. Y si ustedes quieren tal vez enfatizar en algo, subir un poquito más el tono de voz, ¿no? So, try to make your voice a useful or a powerful weapon, ¿ok? Vamos a hacer que nuestra voz sea una buena arma, una arma poderosa al momento de dar un speech. One of the most important things is that you can feel what you're saying. Cuando ustedes están convencidos, les apasiona de lo que están hablando, no pasa nada más. El tiempo se detiene y ustedes hablan con una pasión del tema que no hay quien les pueda refutar, ¿no es cierto? Entonces, feel the topic. Sientan el tema, apodérense del tema. Okay? And here, as the last thing I think I put you in here is some phrases. I'm not going to leave you alone in this one, guys. So here I brought to you some phrases, some useful phrases that you can talk or you can use when you're telling a story, when you're sharing some personal thoughts, on when you want to be so a little bit persuasive with your audience. ¿Sí? Aquí tenemos algunas frases que nos pueden ser de ayuda. No les estoy dejando solos. Tienen frases que pueden ser de ayuda, que pueden utilizar ustedes cuando estén contando la historia, cuando quieran compartir pensamientos personales o cuando quieran ser un poco más persuasivos con su audiencia. ¿Sí? Aquí tenemos esas frases que ustedes pueden ocupar. And the last thing I told you, this is like a general advice, I could say, ¿sí? Como ya consejos generales, cuando ustedes vayan a hablar en público, stand tall like a tree. Párense rectos, ¿no? Rectos como si fueran un árbol, con seguridad. Stand tall like a tree. Look your listeners in the eye, guys. A mí me costó mucho en realidad con el manejo de la tecnología. ¿A dónde veo? Si no les tengo a ustedes enfrente como para verles a los ojos. Sí, tengo que estar mirando directo a la cámara. Entonces, a veces es un poco solitario, sí. Pero tenemos que intentarlo en este caso de forma virtual. Ya para futuros discursos que ustedes tengan que dar, algunos ya están terminando su carrera. Para cualquier discurso que tengan que dar, please look directly to your audience in the eye. Miren a los ojos de su audiencia, vayan saltando de uno a otro, ¿sí? Cuando tienen un público grande. In this case, you just have the camera. Sí, en este caso solo vamos a tener a la cámara enfrente nuestro, así que tratemos de mirar a la audiencia a los ojos. Emphasize the keywords and gestures. Sí, hay que hacer un poco de énfasis en los puntos principales. Yo les decía, cuando ustedes están contando algo importante, súbanle unos 5 centavitos al volumen de su voz para que la gente ponga más atención, ¿no? Si subió la voz es como que va a decir algo importante, ¿no? I need to listen. So, emphasize your key points with gestures or the tone of your voice. Sí, vamos a enfatizar esas ideas principales con nuestro tono de voz o con nuestros gestos, ¿sí? And as I told you before, match the expressions to your speech. Vamos a ir uniendo, que tengan relación lo que estamos diciendo con nuestro movimiento o nuestra comunicación no verbal, es decir, como con nuestros gestos. That's it, guys. So it was a huge explanation. You have all the components of your project. What are you going to upload as evidence? ¿Qué van a subir ustedes como evidencia, chicos? Ustedes van a subir como evidencia el link del video. Es decir, que ustedes pueden colgarlo en su nube, pueden colgarlo en un canal de YouTube y enviarme el link para que yo pueda verlo. Si me comparten el link desde su nube, asegúrense de que no esté en privado o que me agreguen para que pueda verlo, ¿sí? Porque a veces me mandan el link y no se abre. Up to when do you have to complete this project? ¿Hasta cuándo podemos hacer el project? The deadline, guys, it's going to be August the 24th, okay? So this is our deadline. This is the last day you can complete this project. Ese día van a ser el último plazo de entrega del proyecto. Voy yo ya a crear la actividad de proyecto para que quienes tal vez tienen tiempo de hacerlo y pueden entregarlo antes, lo hagan. Pero nuestra fecha límite es el 24 de agosto. Okay, guys? Any questions? Now it's your turn to ask. Ahora sí, acribíllenme con sus preguntas.
Teacher, entonces el proyecto es solo speaking No tendría que enviar algún documento adicional, nada.
No documento, pero lo que vamos a hacer es que ustedes pueden ir adjuntando el proceso creativo. Es decir, hay días que tenemos nosotros asignados dentro del calendario. Si ustedes revisan el calendario que les compartí, tienen por ahí unos días que dice Project Review, revisión del project. Es decir, que yo les voy a ir preguntando cuál es su tema, ya tienen avanzado, ¿sí? Como para ir viendo o ir puliendo tal vez su discurso. Clear? Maybe, was I clear?
Yes, teacher.
Teacher.
Okay, tell me.
O sea, ahí dice que podemos utilizar las diapositivas. Entonces, ¿podemos grabar la pantalla y grabarla nosotros mientras hacemos el video o solamente vamos a estar nosotros?
Esa es una buena pregunta, ¿no? Van a utilizar ustedes diapositivas. Si utilizan las diapositivas, pues que se haga la diapositiva a un momentito, porque no les estoy pidiendo que me proyecten o que graben solo las diapositivas. A quien quiero ver yo hablando es en realidad a ustedes. En las diapositivas, si van a poner algo, que no pase de unas máximo 10 palabras, ¿sí? No tiene que ser, las diapositivas no son para leer, son únicamente como puntos muy claves que les pueden a ustedes ayudar a desarrollar el tema. ¿Sí? Entonces las diapositivas siempre se les sugiere que no haya texto salvo el necesario. Por ejemplo, si van a presentar estadísticas, el gráfico o los números, pero la presentación o su video, al menos del discurso, no quiero que sea solo diapositivas. Quiero escucharles y verles a ustedes hablando. Sí, esa es la idea.
Teacher, pero entonces en las diapositivas pueden ir solo imágenes.
Of course, claro, podrían ir solo imágenes o solo fotos.
Teacher, este documento que nos está proyectando nos va a compartir tal vez.
Sí, exacto. Ahorita mismo les envío porque después me olvido. En este exacto momento les envío a la clase.
Thank you, teacher.
Ahí está. ¿Me confirman, por favor? Denme un segundito que se cargue. Me confirman si reciben. Denme un segundo que se envíe. Yes. I shared with teacher Diego, sorry. Anyway, let me see. Did you got it? ¿Les llegó tal vez, chicos? ¿Me confirman si les llegó al grupo de WhatsApp?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay, can you please, guys, check again? ¿Pueden revisar otra vez, por favor? ¿Les llegó tal vez? Ay, no, sorry, you're not 95C, you're 95N. That's why you're not getting it. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Siempre me confundo con ustedes y el curso en medio de la semana. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. Ahora sí. ¿Me confirman, por favor, chicos?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
Now you have the document. Any other question you may have, guys? ¿Qué otra duda o pregunta tenemos sobre este project? Questions? Doubt?
Magíster, o sea que el día de la presentación del proyecto solo le proyectamos el video que ya está realizado. Y nosotros ya no le decimos. Ya, bueno, gracias.
Yes, guys, thank you. Okay, let me just give me a second. I just want to tell you something too.